Okay, we're gonna have a look. We're gonna have a look and talk a little bit about how we approach things. And I would like to, give you a small, let's say, how I see things and how I approach things. And instead of creating more confusion to all of you, I will spend some time with all the new guys here. It doesn't matter if it's Sniper 7 or Sniper 8. This is a stage open for everyone, so even the alumni can be here. So I'm going to take a few questions up and see how you're all doing, guys. And we're going to speak about like TradingView, how you can use TradingView, if you need any help with the tools, like how to do a proper Fibonacci, how you do trade lines. I'll give you my ideas, my input, how I do trade lines and why I do them in a way I do. And I would like to give you a little bit more of a solid foundation ground for you to make your own mind. And as Kyle gave me the opportunity, it's like a lot of people say a lot of things and you don't know in which direction you should look at. Should I go, no, should I look for short or should I look for long? What is going on? And, there's a lot of noise out there, yeah? And my piece of advice that I always give out since day one I've been here is try to find a way to minimize the noise, the external noise, yes? There are so many gurus out there, yeah, and there are so many people that don't know this and know that, and they can predict that they have the crystal balls, and they spoke with the gods of crypto and whatever, yeah. So this is all noise. Yes, it doesn't matter where it is from. Is it from Twitter? Is it from another Discord server? Is it from another YouTube video? Is it from another, doesn't matter which social media they're using. So it's best, to give you some, not knowledge, I'll share my knowledge to you, but I'll give you some insight on how or what to look at and for you to make up your own mind. So let's try and have a look at this. So this is Bitcoin, and we all very, very aware. I'll minimize that. This is a daily. I've got to zoom out a little bit for you to see the whole picture. Yeah, and I want you to see that. It will make sense, and I'll do my best. And if you've got any more questions, fire them up. I'll see the chat here, and I'll take all your your questions all the way. Limit noise on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, you need to, especially when you are trading, guys, and when you are heading, and you said that, okay, listen, today I'm going to spend some time. I need to look at the charts. This is a time that you need to focus, and you really, really need to cut down noise. Yeah, you need really to focus on what are you doing, and you need real-time data. So where do you get the real-time data? It's from the charts. That is the real-time data. The chart, the map that you're using here is the one that is going to tell you real-time what is going on. And also it gives you the history as well. Hold on a minute, guys.
I'm so pleased that Thalos is back, Kyle. It's been quite sad not to have our coffee and charts with him in the mornings.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Actually, I do hear that. Actually, Terry, do I sound echoey?
No, you don't sound echoey. You sound Australian.
No, yeah.
I'm sure, you know that's the largest insult. That's like me calling you Nigerian.
He's a Kiwi.
That's it. I'm Kiwi.
I'm from New Zealand.
I'm Kiwi South African, so.
Well, when I went to the UK, they kept saying, "Are you from Australia?" So I just thought it was a thing. And I'm like, "No, I'm from Africa." Okay, we'll let fellas talk now. Sorry.
All right. Okay. Cool. So, I was saying is, I want you to focus and have a look on the real data, and a chart will give you the real data, and the history as well, which is good. So, I got like three major support trend lines, and I have that big support trend line like Atlas that goes all the way back since 2009 and 11. It starts from there. So if I really zoom in, just to give you how an insight how I did this, is I just got all the peaks all the way back from 2011, so to say, a huge peak, because before that it was like a solid flat line. Yeah, so I started to say, okay, let me find the local as time, the local peak, and then I was trying to get like all the touches all the time through Bitcoin. And when it found major resistance in the future since 2011 when I started it, and when I found like a support and rejections, and I had another rejections, so I've got multiple touches on that support, let's say that major support trend line that I have since 2011. And the second trend line that I have is a little bit more steeper, which is the green one, and that starts all the way back 2019, and that is going from level 3,000, almost 3,003 as in dollars. And again, touches for support, resistance, touch, resistance, rejections, and then price moved away. So I have, let's say, my number one trend line. Let's put in numbers there for you to see. I'll put number one, make it a little bit big for you to see. Give it a nice white color. So this is my number one. I'll put it here all close to each other, so you can see this is my number one, and this is my number two. So this is my number two. And recently, since 15k, after that huge drop, and then 15k that Bitcoin started moving up, we have the third trend line, which is the most recent trend line. And I have number three, number one, number two, number three. And number three again is since 15k, support, rejection, and now we are getting close to it. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3 points, and then sooner we're going to come to the fourth. So this is my three major support trend lines. Now this is a very solid trend line, and I call it Atlas. Remember, from the Greek mythology who Atlas is, and Atlas is the god that he was holding cosmos. Yeah, you see the statues and the pictures. He's a guy that's holding planet Earth. Right. So this is my major support trend line. I would like not to see Bitcoin falling under that, because this is the moment I would say, okay, Bitcoin is broken. What's going on? If it's going to lose Atlas. The second one, which is more intermediate, so to say, yeah, like this is the this is the foundation, the major support. This is the second one, and I said, okay, like Bitcoin is keeping track since 2019. Yeah, it's like another major area. There's nothing to worry about that. I said, okay, this is like intermediate support line. It's not too bad if Bitcoin goes back there. It's fine. It can happen. And this is a more recent support trend line that we have since January, and it's doing fine. Yeah. So since January, December, to be more precise, like November, December was doing like this range, and then it broke all out of this range. Then Bitcoin started going up, and this is like we are bullish. Yeah. So I hope you see that we are still bullish on Bitcoin because it's respecting that support trend line since January, and we haven't broken that. So I know it's a bit boring. It's like doing like a little bit sideways and crawling towards to the downside, and everybody's like panicking a little bit and said, "Oh, we're going down." Other people say, "No, we're not going down. We're going up." Other people say, "Guys, come on, you can see it. We're doing sideways." Yeah, and stuff like that. So I know it is a little bit boring because we haven't started yet truly the bull market. And we all know, or we all understand, that Bitcoin is moving into cycles. Kalimera Sabuka, Kalimera Captain. Whereabouts are you these days? Yeah, whereabouts are you? Sabuka is a pilot, so he's flying all over the place. So you do see, in France. Wow, nice. Exciting. So guys, you can say that we are in a bullish cycle, but on phase 1, that we haven't started really yet to move. And it's been like sneaky moving towards up and down, and it's giving these huge moves to the ups and huge moves to the down, and that gives some uncertainty, especially to the people that are not, let's say, they don't have much experience as in ours on the chart, and people don't know exactly what to do, and they're not sure if they're looking to the right things. So you can say that, listen, we have a trend line since January, and we're like in August now, so it's been that trend line is 8 months old. Yeah, so it's quite solid. You cannot ignore that. So I say, okay, as long as respecting that trend line, we are good. So there is no point me telling you or spread out the FUD. You know what FUD means, yeah? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And if you put all this together, it's FUD. FUD. So instead of spreading out a fear and you don't know what's going on, that support trend line is telling you that you know what, we are still good. Bitcoin is still on uptrend, not very strong uptrend like in movements. It's like doing a bit boring stuff and pulling down, but as long you haven't broken that trend line, you still are good, right? I hope that is a little bit clear. Another aspect that I want you to say is, where is my swing high and swing low? Recent swing high and swing low. This is a daily now. I said, okay, when was the last time that Bitcoin shifted direction? Yeah. So from this point here, it went down, and then it changed direction. It went up, right? And we're still on process on that leg, so I don't really get calculated. I don't take it in consideration yet. So that was my last high, and that was my last low. Since it went to the uptrend, it broke that last high point and it gave me a new high. So now it's time for me to delete that line, and I say, okay, this is now my new low, and this is my new high. The highs of this time until they change that direction. So let's say from this point it's going down, but it's not yet finished because we haven't seen any change direction of the trend. Still down the downtrend. We haven't seen yet any uptrend yet. I know, slow, sideways, a bit sneaky. It goes a little bit up, it goes down, a little bit up, and then it goes down, and it's a little bit sneaky. But for the time being, I have this swing low, a swing high. So this is my, let's say, recent range. Let's say, okay, I'll tell you why I mark this out for you to see the picture now. I said, okay, I see this is low and this is high, and we see this huge momentum going on. And you do know, well, I'll explain to you now. You need to remember that you have loads of insufficient candles. Now, what is insufficient candles? Why do you need to know about them, and why you should care? Well, when you have these huge momentum moves like this, we do know that this is like a very momentum move to the up. A huge order was sitting here, was got filled, so to say. It took place around that area here and pushed all the price to the up, and it left behind some insufficient candles. In other words, we can translate that it left orders that had not been fulfilled, because once Bitcoin was going up, lots of people saw it at the same time and said, oh, Bitcoin's going up, I'm going to do my long position too. But because the price moves so fast, some orders have been left behind. So we do know that the market will come back and grab these orders. And that happened, the same thing happens from the previous orders. It went all the way up and then slowly came down, touched the resistance and pushed the up. And it happened again to the previous time as well. You have this huge move to the push up, and then all these orders were left behind, all these people were left behind, and what are they doing? They came back slowly, found the resistance, the support trend line, and says, okay, we're turning around now. So we got the market will come down to get some orders that had not been fulfilled. So this is the one thing that I would like you to see and remember, that the price will come back to get the rest of the money, so to say. They don't like having unfulfilled orders, like orders have been waiting to get filled. They don't like to have them waiting for a very long time. So they always come back. Every time that you see sudden move, it doesn't matter if it's going to the down or to the upside. The same thing applies. It's going down, huge mass order, push to the down, and then it did what? It came back to fulfill this huge momentum candle. And when that triggered the rest of the orders that took these people on board, then it carried on moving down. Every time that it goes a huge massive move to the down, you'll expect that it's going to come back. Huge mass order here. Other people would like to call it crash. I'll call it orders. A lot of people went short. It went down, and then slowly it's going to come up, creep up a little bit, and grab some orders. So these orders got fulfilled up to here this time. Second time, that is equal. This time, it got more orders. So it's always coming back to grab the money. They don't want to leave the money on the table. Market makers, they don't leave the money on the table. It's like running from table to table to grab the money, and when another table has more money, then they come back and grab it. This is what they do, always. It's like a cycle. In other words, price goes where liquidity is. Now, if you heard that term liquidity, what does it mean? It means that where money is sitting, the price will go and grab it. And we've got two kind of forms of liquidity. We have liquidity of, let's say, of the new orders that have been unexecuted and they need to be executed. This is the one form of liquidity. It's been sitting on the exchanges with orders, with limit orders, and I'm waiting for that price to come down for me to enter. So this is one kind of liquidity. The second kind of liquidity is the stop losses. People that are already in the market, already in the trade, and they have stop losses somewhere, and the market will go after them. And this is like stop loss hunting. So this is like liquidity. They chase this kind of liquidity. I hope I made that clear. I'll say my good morning and hello to everyone. Hello. Yes, Also adds up that the trend channel, it keeps oscillating between them. Yep, it is. Now, you're going to ask me now, okay, Thales, I see that you have your lines there. How come you choose on the last channel? How do you choose a channel and not the line? Yeah, why do I do that? Because I'll try to find practices for me and for you. It's not only for you, I do that for myself as well. I need to cut down my noise, and I'll explain to you how I do that. I mean, let's go to 4 hours for you to get a little bit of information on the chart. And what I usually do, I'll draw that again, guys. I'll take that, I'll hide it, and I hide it, and let's draw a line. How I do like trend lines, and I say I always like to see. I like the let's say the I don't get one point, I get like multiple I'll view, I look at the angle of these, let's say, move to the upside. I said, okay, I'll start my trend line from the bottom of these candles. So I'll start like this. Yeah, I will make sure that I get, let me zoom in a little bit for you to see. Let me zoom in a little bit. I want to make sure that I get that angle of all these, like a small uptrend, and I would like to get touches, and I get these huge wick. Got that one, I got that one, I got that one. I said okay, and then I carry on. I said okay, let me see how far I can take it, and I take it up, and I see this. I say okay, cool. I'll see this, no problem. And let me zoom out a little bit and find more to touch, more points to touch, and I'll go carry on. I'll carry on, and then I come like this. Again, what I pay, what do I pay attention to these angles, That's a little bit far away, but it's giving me the direction, it's giving me the angles. And I'll carry on and carry on, and I said, okay, I'm about like this and this. Okay, now a lot of people, you're going to question now and say, okay, hold on a minute. You just draw that line, okay, looks nice, pretty, but how come about these prices here? What about these prices here? Why are left over? And that will give you a confusion. Like, okay, what I'm going to do about this? Well, in my thesis, in my approach to the chart, we do know that we have stop loss hunting, or the other term that you're going to hear from me, liquidity grab. Or another term that you all know, you are very familiar from school, the fake out. You tried to went down and didn't manage to go down and then reclaim that level and went above. So that is a fake out to you. So fake out, liquidity grab, yeah, or stop loss hunting. It's exactly the same thing. So you don't need to get confused. So how do I take this noise now away from my charts? How do I take that noise away? I said, okay, you know what? Instead of doing a line, I'll do a channel. I'll use the other tool. Let me bring my toolbar here. This is my favorite toolbar, and this is the channel. This is a trend line, and this is a parallel channel. So I took the channel. Where do you find the channel? On the left, over here. The second tool, you have trend, ray, blah blah blah, and you have the channel, parallel channels. So if you enable the stars on the far right of each tool, that will enable your favorite toolbar, which is that. Yeah. Sorry for the advanced guys, but sometimes we need to remember the new guys here, so they need to know how to do this. So let me bring back my channel that are hidden earlier. So let me find my parallel channel. Here's my parallel channel. So the way I did the parallel channel is exactly the same, but this time I included on the top side more actions like a support and resistance. So that was like support, and that was a resistance. That was a support, fake out, breakout, liquidity grab, came back. that was resistance. I said, okay, again, support, resistance. Okay, cool. So now this is my, like, not absolute line, like a level, but it's like an area of my trend line. And anything inside that channel, I sort of buffer off. I said, listen, yeah, I see you're in the channel. I am not worried because this is my noise threshold. And I don't really, get confused. I know that the price may react above this channel, inside that channel, and outside of that channel. The fake outs. Yeah. You see some bounce before it went into the channel. So it's like, it's better for you to focus as an area, because price can bounce from here or bounce inside the channel or a fake out. And having the channel is going to buffer all of that noise and say, okay, cool. It bounced before outside of that area or that channel. Fine. I know that this is an area of support and resistance, because markets are not pitch perfect. So there's no need for you to go mad about, should I go bodies to body, or should I go weeks to weeks? Should I include this? Should I include that? Or should I ignore that? And stuff like that. You don't need to go mad, because when you have a very, very strict line, when the price doesn't come back to this level, you're going to question on yourself, oh shit, what's going on? And if the price goes under that, let's say, pitch perfect trend line, then your mentality will shift and say, oh, it's time for me to go short because it broke my trend line. And then you make the wrong decision. And then when you see that it's recovering and you say, oh no, I was wrong about that, maybe my trend line doesn't work, it's taking your mind into different kind of mindset. So it's confusing you. Then you are questioning your trend line, and then you question your judgment. Oh, it broke my trend line, and then I go for short, and then I'll try to jump on that short as early as possible, and then it's reversing, and you got stopped out, and you're like, okay, hold on a minute, did you just break the trend line? So you gave me an indication that you're going down. Why you didn't go down? And you start judging your strategy, your judgment, your pitch perfect trend line. And you spend so much hard time to draw that trend line, because you put all the knowledge. Yeah, I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm seriously saying that. You spend a lot of time for you to learn trend lines and trying to master the trend lines. Yeah, and then you draw the trend line and you get invalidated by the market, and you're like, okay, hold on a minute, what's going on? Don't I know how to do the trend lines? Well, you do, but markets are not pitch perfect. They're going to play around. They're going to give you some hard time. They're going to give you these fake outs to confuse you or to trigger you to go to the wrong direction. So instead of going like really, really solid pitch perfect trend line, use a channel and say, okay, you know what? This is my top level and this is my bottom level. The price can react around these areas, and that way it will make you less alert, so to say, less panicking. I see you, I want to see how you're going to react to it. And the majority of the times you are respecting it, that trend line. Fine, you went a little bit below, that's okay. Fake outs do happen, I am aware of this. And then what are you going to do, guys? Oh, I see you that you're trying to go down, no worries. Let's take that example. You want to go down. For me now, and for you, for everyone, if you want to go short, what do you need to apply? Well, you got that this low, yeah, you broke that trend line, and you say, oh, hello, I see you. It goes up, right? And you want to see that it's respecting that trend line. In any level, you don't care. That level, mid-level, top level, you don't care. But what do you want to see? You want to see in some point that is going to respect that and come down. And this is like the confirmation that that price has no more power to go above and reclaim these level and that support. So now that support is changing character, and from support is shifting to resistance. And when you get this evidence, you say, okay, hold on a minute, now I see you, now I saw the rejection, support changed to resistance, I might think that it's time for me to go short. So you see, you're not panicking anymore. You have this area, you have this area now, you have this buffer zone, and when prices is playing around these levels, you are not worried. I say, okay, I see you. It's like an alert. You put an alert there, or you put the alarm. You wake up with the alarm and say, okay, yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I see the day. I see the sound. Okay, let me get prepared. You not just jump off straight away, put your clothes on, and you run out of the house. You have to see what's going on. So I would like to apologize for my background noise. It's my son playing here with me. I apologize for that in advance. So yeah, we have that buffer zone, and when you get the confirmation that you have a new reversal, so to say, evidence that the price is going to go down, then you're going to apply a strategy. Okay, I see you. Where do I apply my tool? For this instant, you take, let's say, this tool and say, okay, now that it got rejected, it came down, break it, come up, rejected, came down. I say, okay, cool. I got like a low high, and your low. You get this evidence, you are a little bit more confident. So, okay, now me target this level here, my previous high, which is your rejection. So that will be your stop loss. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go just a little bit above. Yeah. And my next target will be these levels down here, so to say. Yeah, you can target these levels there. This is on the daily, on the 4 hour. Yeah, big stop losses. That is just an example, you guys. This is just an example. It's not how to do exactly the numbers, but I'm giving you the thought that once you break it, come back, rejecting it. And then it's giving you evidence that you broke that last low, or that level here. So they say if you see that price is moving under that level, it's like a confirmation. It's like, okay, you know what? He's heading to give me a lower low. So, it's telling you that, most likely it's going to go down. So your entry will be around these levels, and your stop loss is going to be on the previous high. So let's pretend that it went down, it goes up, goes up, comes down, gives you something like this, and then what you do, you target the previous highs. Now, it's up to you how much you want to risk. This is your risk. How much you're going to risk? 4%, 3%, 2%, that is down to you. We can talk that a little bit later. I'll give you how to do the stop losses and how which areas you target, and that is dependent. It depends on the time frame that you use it. Are you using the daily time frame because you don't have a lot of time to spend on the charts, and you are very aware that you may do 1 or 2 trades per week? Or are you using the 15-minute, a lower time frame, or you're using the 1 hour? So listen, I'm intermediate, I have some time, not a lot, not crazy time, but I can spend like 3-4 hours a day, every day. So you can do the 1 hour time frame. Someone that is more, let's say, more active, say, listen, I've got plenty of time. I can do, I can do 3-4 trades per day if I wish. Then you can go down to 15 minutes. That is down to you. So, as it depends on your time frame. So if you have a 15-minute time frame, your stop losses, your levels, because if I go to 15 minutes, let's mark this area. Just for instance now, let's clear this noise here. So let's focus on this area, yeah? And on the 4 hour, I get this low. Let me grab the tool, sorry. You have this low and this high. Yeah. Let's go now on the 15 minutes and have a look. What do we see? Where's my box? No, it's alright, thank you. Let me grab my box. 15 minutes. Okay, we are zoomed in, no problem. Let me find my box. No, it's a bit further down. Where's my box? Oh, here's my box. Hello, box. Oh, I can't go further back. Oh, pity. Can I use the 30 minutes so I can see the box? I think I can. Yep, here it is. On the 30 minutes now, let's say that you zoomed in. Now you have more levels. I say, oh, hold on a minute. I see something in between. I see this high now, and I see this low. You see? So the lower the time frame you're going, you get more information. You get more zoomed in to that price action, and you can see more different levels. So instead of your stop loss being up there on a 4 hour on the daily, on the 50 minute your stop loss is going to be there. And your entry, let's pretend that you use a common entry, same entry, but this is the 4 hour, let's say, stop loss, because that was the wick that you saw on the 4 hour, but on the 15 minute, it's here. So now your stop loss is more closer, more narrow, more closer to your entry. So you risk less in percentage wise. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. So it depends on the time frame that you are watching how you're going to risk with your stop losses. Anyway, let's go back and focus on Bitcoin and why, what do you see and how you do the trend lines. I just explained about the trend lines. When you get a confirmation reversing, you know now about the confirmation. Yeah, you need to break it, come back, reject it, go down. You're going to see like a lower low, a lower high. You see these things and say, okay, most likely it's going to go down. Now, I gave you 3 major support trend lines. You saw that. I gave you how to do a little bit of trend lines. You saw that. Okay. I gave you the recent swing high, swing low. Yeah, I gave you that. We explained about this. Swing low, swing high. And we need to make sure that we look at it because, there is some insufficient candles. I gave you that as well. So, price goes back to these levels. Not all the way down because it's an uptrend, but as long as respecting that support trend line, it's going to go as low as possible, hitting that support trend line, and then carry on. So, Bitcoin since December is still uptrend, so we're still bullish. Not a very strong momentum. Why? Because we are not in the bull run yet. We are still on phase 1. You cannot say that we are bearish, yeah, because we got a reversal. It was coming all the way down, was coming down, consolidate, and then broke my previous highs. It gave me a new high. Yeah, it gave me a new high. Keeping giving me new highs. Yeah. So I was like, okay, we are bullish now. Yeah, that was a downtrend, and this is an uptrend. It's not a very strong uptrend. It's like Bitcoin did not shift from 15 to 100k. That would be like, in a few weeks or a few months for Bitcoin to leave from 15 to go to 100. That would be like major bull run. Yeah, very fast, very short time. It goes very fast. That's not the case. This is like crawling up, going there. You see, you can see the size of these drops. Look at that. 45%, but I'm not going to take the percentage. I'm going to take the size. The first wave, it just went up to here, so to say. Yeah, the first wave was like not even half of it. Yeah, what about the second wave? Was it that strong? Not really. It came close there, corrected, and then from this level, did it came up? No, halfway. Okay. What about this wave? No, halfway. So you can see, I give you like a perspective for you to see that you can see that these are huge momentum waves. These are not smaller waves, baby waves. That's why I say it's sneaky. It's like crawling up slowly. But it is bullish, but not a bull run. It is bullish, it is uptrend, yes, phase 1. Before the bull run, which is phase 2, we have the phase 1. Yeah, so this is like phase 1. Right, let me clear the noise here. And I want...
Saleh,
Yes, sir. Yeah,
before we move on, just going from the chat.
Go for it.
Envy Duma wanted to come on stage.
Mm-hmm.
We were just discussing in the chat. I'm not sure if Envy is a guy or a girl, so I don't want to be disrespectful. Envy feels that using this method, we can actually predict fake outs. What would you say to that?
You cannot predict the fake outs.
That's what I was saying, but I wanted to encourage the discussion.
I will do. That's a great opportunity, a very nice question. A lot of people have this question in mind. Okay, how do I predict, go for it.
Why don't we bring Envy up on the stage, because Envy Duma has some really great charting I'm seeing in the school. So why don't we bring them up and let them explain their thesis, and then you can you can school us.
No worries, guys. At the bottom of your screen on Discord, you can request to talk. So you put your hand up. I have no requests so far, so you're more than welcome. Oh, here you are. I see one hand there. So make your way to your stage. I know it's a very large room. It's going to take a lot of time for you to come up stage. Yeah, it's too far away. We are packed. People, make some room for him to walk up to the stage and grab the mic. It's on the table there. Yeah, grab the mic and watch your step there. No, not yet. He's coming. He's gonna come. No worries. Let me see.
Maybe.
No, it's a large room. We have we've got a lot of people here, so he's trying to make his way through.
Yes, maybe you could just spend a minute or two explaining.
I didn't see. Good morning. I didn't see the invitation, so
no worries.
Thanks for inviting me, guys.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Good morning, and once again, thanks for inviting me. Well, what I meant was to have in mind that there could any moment be a fake out or a shakeout, right? That's what I meant, because sure, you cannot predict it, but at any moment you're in a range, for example, up and down, up and down, up and down. But let's say that it's forming this down, it's preparing for an uptrend, right? So what they do is they claim liquidity on the downside to fake people into thinking, it's gonna go short, let's go short. So they claim also their liquidity, fresh shorts, right? And then they go up. So that's what I meant with having in mind that there could be a fake out after a range is finished, like as you said, this consolidation phase. But as you said also, we are still not in a bull run. Yeah, so I also agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a bull run, it's clear. Now we are not in a bull run yet. We are bullish. We are on the phase one, which is crawling, and I'll give you more definition later. I'm going to give you another example in the past, what to look out for. And you cannot, not you, all of us, we cannot predict, and this is my thesis, we do not predict the market. There's no way I can predict, not the market, not the levels, not the direction, not the momentum, for how long, blah blah blah. That is not the case. And if someone comes up on YouTube or whatever, you meet someone and says, I can predict, or I have the method, or I have the algo, blah blah blah, most of the time is BS. There is no way. You can compare previous data and see a habit, so to say. But again, that is not a guarantee that is going to copy it 100%. Like, because you saw a habit, a form that's going to do it again, that's not the case. It will not happen again. It may happen, it may not happen. So instead of me wasting time and energy and trying to find ways how to predict, I spend more energy to sharpen my tools and my strategy on reacting on the market.
I agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, you have some, let's say, other factors that you cannot, there's no way for you to know unless you come from the future. And you come and warn me, listen, you know what, when the price is going to reach 35, then it's going to die down to 20, let's say, yeah? Other than that, if you're not coming back from the future, there's no way for me to know this. Because maybe, I'm saying now that, maybe we may, let's say, have a major world announcement. Let's say that the United States goes to a war with another country. So to say, let's say that America goes a war with Russia, which Russia right now is in a conflict with the Ukraine. So, things escalated and Russia and US decided to have a war with Russia. So such kind of decisions that you are not aware of that, it can affect the markets. It will create fear. And everybody will focus in a different direction. Yeah, people say, oh shit, forget about the markets, now we're going to war. And then the market will crash. And then you say, okay, hold on a minute. How did that happen? Well, you don't know. You don't know what, is going to happen around the corner. There's no possible algo or strategy or whatever thesis that will predict such thing.
Yeah, this is what I understood after some time, the past 2 months. Yeah. I've been trying to find the holy grail indicator and method, and what I realized is that at some point you will not find such a thing. It really, let's say, it doesn't exist because you cannot just use one indicator, and it's more of a combination of methods and indicators per se, right? So for example, you can combine Elliott wave theory with Wyckoff theory, and then using those you can understand how the market structure is moving and how price action is moving. And then using that, then you can, draw the lines, all of this stuff, check the volume, if it's going down, and for example, in an uptrend, or divergences, convergences, all of this stuff. Once you're getting all of this, I learned that then I will use MA or AMA or some other indicators, because before I was trading on MAs and EMAs and I was getting wrecked all the time, honestly. It was all because it's a lagging indicator. And as you said, it's really hard.
Envy, there is no indicator on this planet that is not lagging. There is none. Zero. It is impossible to predict, my friend. There is no prediction. As Thale will say, it's about probability. But there's nothing but we can't even guess close to 90% what is going to happen in the next candle or two. So
it's more about seeing the waves, for example, here you have mini accumulation phases, and then for example, this accumulation phase, it's so now we finished the downtrend, so now we're in a range. As you see that it's an accumulation phase, it could go down more. This also happens. This is why we need to wait for confirmation. But there it's so we are on a support, it's not going down more, so let's see, maybe it's gonna go up more. So you prepare yourself to react to this. Now I understand what this means, right? So it's not that I'm predicting that there's an uptrend, I'm just preparing myself.
In the chat you used the exact word predict, and I thought that might lead some people down the wrong path.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah,
because predict is a word we never use. Because even Thale can't do that for us, unfortunately.
I mean, a lot of people will jump around and say, Bitcoin's going to 50, or other people say, Bitcoin's going down to 18 and 19. I mean, right, okay, cool. Apart from tracking the people, because they use these extreme numbers, they are tracking the people to come and see the show, the stream, the video, whatever that is, or click on that article. Apart from getting the numbers, the rest of it is like noise. It's noise. There's no way for you to predict. And this is my thesis. I'm not going to be absolute with you guys. If you want to adapt that, fine. If you want to say that you can predict, that is down to you. Go around and say that you can predict and see how that goes. I cannot, I cannot make the mind for you, but I'll give you my thesis and my knowledge, and it's up to you if you take it or not. But my thesis is like, I do not spend energy and time on find a strategy or a method and trying to supplement and convince people that can predict the market. No, you cannot. This is my thesis. I mean, what I like to do is trying to react. And that's why I have my support horizontal lines and diagonal lines and say, okay, this is the levels that I need to watch, and I'm hoping that it's going to respect it in such form. Maybe rejection, maybe support or something. Yeah, this is it. I mean, this is the only thing.
Do you use Elliott, like not just Elliott, let's say wave theory, like, okay, 1, 2,
no,
like
I use the ABC.
Is longer than 1.
I use the ABC, yeah, but I'll explain to you when I use the ABC. I use the ABC patterns waves when I'm trying to scout where my entry levels are going to be. Carl, you have a wind background noise. Are you outside? Is it windy today?
No.
All right.
Fan. I'll mute it and fix it. Apologies.
No, it's all right. Just to let you know. So,
is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
You're a little bit distant, but it's better. It's better. We just had a wind background.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's it. That's better. That's good. So, guys, yeah. So, you cannot predict. The best thing you can do is just, getting good at reacting. Okay, you give me a long position, I go for long. You gave me a short theory, like you're breaking that, I'm going short, and that's it. Don't go crazy about it. It's very random. Someone comes up like Doge. I'll give you the example like Doge. Yeah, Doge is doing fine, and then Elon Musk posts a tweet on X, not Twitter anymore, X. So how do you call the X post? It was like a Twitter, a tweet. Now, how do you call it? X, the post of X. Anyway, Xing? I don't know. So
it's so hard. It's so hard. Like, am I tweeting or Xing?
X. I think you're Xing now. You're Xing. It's X platform now. So here we go. So yeah.
Yeah, I would like to know when would you use ABC, because I've been like trying, okay, maybe I can use the triangle, for example, like geometry, For example, here you can see it's like kind of like a triangle wave, right? It's like
you've got multiple triangles. And let me give you the example. You have a triangle here.
Yeah, for example.
Yeah. So you have another. Let me go in the past. Triangles are everywhere. You have a triangle there, and let me put another line there. So you have that triangle there. So here's your triangle. You can do that. It's fine. You can use any method that it makes sense to you. That's another triangle. That triangle everywhere. Geometry is fine. You can use our recent. Let's say.
And there's a parallel channel where you drew that last triangle too, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going for very long, this is like a parallel. You can have that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, so you can use that as a parallel line. I mean, people see the charts in different aspects. You see triangles, the other guy saw parallel. It's all relevant, not irrelevant. They're all relevant, but it's down to you what kind of approach makes sense to you. For you to understand the chart, what's going on. But I would like to make a note, because we spoke about indicators and stuff like that. Yes, you cannot depend on one indicator, but on the other hand, have too many, again, is creating clutter and giving you hard time to focus.
Yeah.
So you don't go crazy on
more noise.
More noise, yeah. So you don't need to have too many indicators. And I'll give you an example of myself. We've been on that stream more than an hour. So far, I never spoke about indicators. I'm showing you how to look the horizontals, diagonals, and give you the perspective view of the daily, how Bitcoin is doing. But I never didn't show any indicators yet. And you see that my indicators are hidden. It's not deliberate. I have indicators. I'm not saying I'm not using indicators, but that is not on my primary view. I do not watch the indicators all the time. Remember? Cut the noise. So,
yeah.
Speaking about indicators, and that was the approach that I wanted to speak about. That we are in a small bullish situation here. Before I carry on, Envy, do you have any other questions? I mean, did I answer a little bit?
It was just about the ABC waves because for me it's now I'm trying to learn that, so I would like to see your experience to learn more from that as well.
Okay, give me some time. Let me finish my approach for everyone to understand why I'm good with Bitcoin and I'm not panicking and stuff like that.
Okay.
Give me some time, and I'll come back and show you, how to do the ABC. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. You're welcome. Nice to hear you.
Thank you.
Always come back and have a chat with us. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Are you doing also a session today or tomorrow?
I'll do another session on Wednesday, another one on Friday. So.
Okay. Like always. Cool. Sounds good. Thank you very much, Talis.
No, you're welcome. You're more than welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Envy.
Thank you for the question. So, another indicator now. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the indicators and talk about it. I have indicators, and I've got 2 indicators up there. You can see the number here that I've got hidden 2 indicators. And let me enable my AMA cross. Right, I use AMA cross. Oh, that's alright. Leave it up there so you can see it. I use AMA cross because it's one single indicator that can hold 2 MAs, right? And it's indicating you when the cross is going to happen, which is fine. Now, if I go to my settings, I'll explain to you how I use it. I use one plot as golden. I'll explain to you why later. And I have another plot which is like purple. Yeah. And then the third plot, which is disabled, basically is the cross. You see the cross up here on my screen because it's MA cross indicator. So it's going to give me where the cross is. I'm not really worried about that. So I don't need a cross printing on my screen because I can see that it crossed it. Yeah, so no point. Golden and purple, my style. I'll explain to you why. The first one, the short MA, is my 50, and the second one is 200. Now, I'll give you the terms of golden cross and the cross of death. The golden cross is when the golden goes above the 200, when the 50 goes above the 200, when the golden goes above the purple. We call it a golden cross, which is a major event for people that use a lot of the MAs and the cross MAs and stuff like that. Now, cross MA, like the golden cross, is very bullish, and we are very excited about that. I'll give you the examples on the history. Another example here, we have the cross of death, and that is when the purple crosses over the 50, the golden. Yeah. So now the purple is above, so that is the cross of death, and this is a very bearish scenario. And I use the period of 3 days. I mean, we come back, time frame 3 days. You can choose what time frame you want the AMA to be sticked at. So I use a 3 day. You can use a daily for this example, and then you see that the daily MA, it's more, let's say, more noisier. It moves more closer because it's on the daily. But I'll come back to that, no problem. I use a 3-day, it will make it more slower, more heavier to say, but that means it will cut off a lot of noise. So I gave you now the two terms, the golden cross, example, what it is, and the cross of death. This is a cross of death when the 50 goes under the 200. So now you know what happens. Well, when you get the indication of the cross of death, it's very, very bearish momentum, and price action, it goes really, really down. And you see that the price action is way below on both MAs. It's below, it's under the 200 and under the 50. Yeah, so it's very, very bearish momentum, and you can see that huge momentum is building up. Yeah, very bearish scenario. Now let's go and find another golden cross. Where's my golden cross? Oh, here it is. There it is. Cool. Now that is a golden cross. You see? The golden goes above the purple. The 50 goes above the 200. Oh, how nice. So this is my golden cross. Hold on a minute. When did that happen? Oh, all the way back to 2019. Alright. That's a very, very long time. So if I look at that again, let's zoom out a little bit and make sure that I didn't miss anything. Is this the last golden cross? Go have a look. Yeah, that it was a cross of death. Yes. And now we have a golden cross here. Alright. Okay, cool. So it is like we have a golden cross now. And the last golden cross was all the way back 2019. So, okay. Let's go and have a look what happened back in 2019. That was the last golden cross that happened. Okay, let's have a look. This is a golden cross. Alright. Let's study a little bit. Okay, what do I see? I see consolidation. And then Bitcoin was sneaking up a little bit. Going up. And then we have the golden cross. And what happened after that? A little bit of retracement, like, let's say, a price investigation, like it wants to correct and grab some orders from the past. Okay, what do I see? And that is like starting the past now. You see that it's going, after the golden cross that you had, you see that it's pulling back a little bit and have a major drop. Okay, what I see now that Bitcoin was respecting my first trend line, but then broke my first trend line and it went down to my second trend line. So okay, cool. And then it recovered. It had a drop, major drop. Yeah, major drop, broke my trend line, came back, reclaim it. You can call it liquidity grab, you can call it market reset, you can call it stop loss hunting, you know, whatever you like. And after that, the market started really moving to the upside. Really, that huge momentum candles. So, a small study. Back in 19, when we had that 3MA crossing, Bitcoin was going all the way up, and that helped that 50MA to come up and cross over the 200. And then it corrected a little bit itself, had a major drop on the support, and then it kicked off. So this is phase 1. Let's put it P1. Yeah, and after that drop and clear out, this is phase 2 of, let's say, not a bull run, but it's a bullish momentum. Phase 1 and phase 2. Let me see about the charts. Cannot select the 3-day. Okay, if you go at the bottom, let me show you how to do that. When you go here at the very bottom, you can do custom, like 3, change the minutes to days, and then you can press the add button. And once you do that, it's going to stick the 3-day here. Since you do that, the chart will have the 3 days. And if your chart has the 3 days, then the indicators will have all the 3-day option here. So first step, you need your time frame to be, let's say, not enabled, but to be inside on the selections, on the time frame selections for the chart. For you to do custom, you can choose whatever you want here. It's like hours, days, weeks, months. You can do whatever you like. Add it, and once you add it, you go back to the indicator, and that option should be there, right? So this is how to do it, and people don't need to get confused. That trending view is broken. No, it's not broken. Right. Blah 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 blah. 30 seconds for distance. Yeah, right. Cool. So that was phase 1. Like after that period here, after that downtrend, a consolidation, and then it was like a shift to the upside, and you can see it's similar to what happened to us. After a down move, we had some consolidation, and that was our recent, let's say, January, and then we have the up move, and then a small consolidation. A little bit like stop hunting there, liquidation crabbing, and then it goes all the way up. Yeah. So let's take that to our example here. A drop, consolidation, sneaking to the move up. We have the golden cross, and what do I expect? I expect, let's say, not predict. I expect that maybe we'll do the same thing. Like we'll come up a little bit and then drop the first trend line, and maybe it's going to head to my second trend line, and then it's going to come here, and then after the clear out, yeah, all that clear out here, and then it will start maybe on the phase 2. Most likely, maybe it's going to do the same thing, right? Will be this recording be added? Yeah, I'll end up that recording, no worries. That recording will be up, no worries. So, after that golden cross that we have, that the last time happened years ago, 2019, what do we see? We see the golden cross happening. Bitcoin was going a little bit up, and then it decided to come down and correct, and remember, fill all these orders, come back, reset it, yeah? It gave a little bit of shock. It came back to that major support trend line. So that was my first trend line. This is my second trend line. So it broke my first trend line, came back to the second trend line. It cleared the market, spread out the fear. Oh, Bitcoin is broken. Everybody got liquidated. And then when the market reset it, throw all that high leverage out of the way, and then it decided to go up. And that was like the start of the bull run, really. Look at that. And I have to minimize for us to see the action. Look at this. And we know what happened after that. Price was above both of the MAs, and really after 4 years, that was back in 19, and that is 2021. So, is the cycle repeating itself? Most likely it does. So, what do I expect now? Taking in consideration what happened in the past, again, we cannot predict, but maybe it's going to do exactly the same thing. So we've got the 3-day golden cross happening. We know that it's crawling up a little bit. It may continue crawling up a little bit, and then at some point will go down. So it will break my first trend line as it did before. And then maybe, just maybe, it's going to target my second trend line. And then it will shake all out the market. It will shake out all of the high leverage people, all this bullish momentum, because it is bullish. And people say, no, it's bullish. We're going up there. We've got high highs and high lows. We are bullish. We go in for long. And then what the market does, it comes down to these previous areas here. Yeah, it will come down here to that order block. I say the magic word here, will come down to these order blocks. And that is extreme order block. Why we call it this extreme order block? Because it was the point and the time that it shifted from a downtrend to the uptrend. So that is my extreme order block. Otherwise, in other terms, it's a very heavy, solid area there. So maybe the price will come down close to fill these orders, grab these orders as well, and then shake out all the market and grab all these money and go all the way up again. So that sounds like a plan, isn't it? So don't panic when you see these play out, because it did it again before. So you see now my AMA crossing, Kalimera. AMA crossing, I use it like on a 3-day. The OGs and the rest of the people, the traders, they use it on a daily. It's fine, you can do it, no problem. If I switch to the daily, I'll have that golden cross happening a little bit earlier. So if you were watching the daily MA, you had the golden cross when? You had the golden cross happening back in February, which is again a bullish indication. And you see that my 200 MA is acting as a support and is parallel to my trend line. So I feel comfortable that my trend line is like, quite solid. My trend line has been backed up by the 200 MA on the daily. What if I do that on the 3-day? Let's play a little attention, give some attention to the 3 days. Okay, my trend line now has been backed up on the 50 MA on the 3-day. So AMAs, how I treat AMAs as dynamic supportive resistance areas. Remember that, we say that, we will look if the price is going to respect it, or it's going to reject it, or it's going to break through. 3 events that you're looking on the price action on the MAs: rejection, a break, and again rejection to the upside. So this is a rejection to the downside, so it's like resistance, and this is a rejection to the upside, which means support, and that is a break. 3 events can happen on the MAs. So the MAs is like your dynamic trend line. It's updating automatically for you and moving according to the past data. Always remember that MAs are lagging. They need past data to calculate for you to give you some value. That's what it is. 50 MA is telling you on the daily chart, so that MA, it has to calculate 50 past days, but my MA is not daily, so it's a 3-day, so he has to calculate 50 3-day candles in the past. So let's give the price action on the 3-day. Let's make time frame 3-day. Here it is. So now I have price action on the 3-day, and you can see that candle, that value here, that value of that MA, he had to calculate 50 3-day candles backwards. And the 200, he has to calculate like 200 candles of them to give you that value. So that time frame is a 3-day time frame now with a 3-day AMA. So I hope I make some more clear picture now, and understand and not panicking and what's going on, and cut out the noise. Don't be so zoomed in. You can be zoomed in and do trades, quick trades, but you need to see the big picture. You need to see what is going on in the long term for you to understand that, okay, I'm still in an uptrend. I got a golden, recently I got a golden cross, and I know that it's quite bullish, right? So now you know that we are still in the bullish momentum mindset. We recently have a golden cross on a 3-day, which is very, very nice indication. Let me clear the noise here. So you know that the MA is acting like a dynamic trend line, and your trend line is spot on. So your trend line has been backed up. So yeah, your trend line looks good. So okay, cool. So what now? What next? I mean, I know this. Now you know that you don't need to panic. I said, okay, I see that. I get a very solid indication that, we are heading towards the right direction. It's fine, cool. I'm going a little bit slow because I want to make sure that everyone understands. I see a lot of alumni here, but I see new guys here as well. So I go slow because I want the new guys to understand this, right? And I'm trying not to make it too complex. I'm trying to make it things as simple as possible. So you know now that you are looking for long positions as long as the price is respecting these trend lines. Yeah. So another approach that I like to do is I'll wait. I don't take trades, big trades, like big positions, big sizes. I don't do them until the price must come and hit this trend line. I don't do anything until the price comes back to these levels. I do not trade big size in between, in the middle of nowhere, because you have no solid level for you to act. Yeah. So for me, I have to wait and see what the price is going to do here. Is it going to come bounce? It's going to come into intermediate inside my channel, or is it going to bounce like this, 3 levels? Like you said, remember the buffer that we talked about, or is it going to break it? And then I said, okay, you know what? Short term, I'll go bearish for the time being. So I'm looking for short positions again. Where do I place my short positions? On the trend line, as close as possible on the trend line, in this level. So when I get a confirmation that it's going down, it broke it, confirmed, broke my previous lows, and it's going down, I said, okay, cool, it wants to go down. And then my target, where it's going to be? My early targets are going to be these levels, so that swing low, so that will be my first target. And then I will say, okay, you know what are we going to do after that? Or either it's going to consolidate and come back, or it's going to target the second trend line. So okay, cool, where is my next level? My next level is down here. So that low swing low and the previous swing low, I say, okay, I'll target that level there. I'll come all the way down here. And if it's losing that level, then I'll target my second major trend line. Again, heavy entries when it's going to touch this second major intermediate. Remember, number 2, second trend line. And when it's going to come here and see consolidation, and I get evidence that it has no intention to come down, then I'll say, okay, I'm going long. I'm going to the up. People talking about volume. Okay, we can talk about volume. Volume, basically, it's again an indicator that will tell you the volume that it went through to that price action at that specific time. And I see it, but I don't go crazy. If I double click now on my chart, I will enable my indicators. I double click and I have my indicators. I don't have volume because I don't go crazy about volume. I have another indicator which is a splitting information from volume, and that is my DMI. A DMI is a splitting information from volume. Let me enable volume as well. Let's see if it's going to allow it to me. Yep, I'm allowed to do that. So I got volume here. DMI is a splitting. Let me close the other indicators. Not close it, but minimize it. for you to have a little bit more clear view. Let me make them bigger for you. Here it is. So price action is up here, volume is up here, right? Now this is DMI is the splitting information from volume, and you get the volume. Let's talk about the volume, what it is and what it represents. You get the green and the red, right? Red is telling you bullish, and red is telling you bearish. So green bars telling you that size, that volume size, the majority of them were longs. So that's why we're giving you a green color. The red one is telling you that the majority of the orders of that volume, the majority of it was bearish, like red, short. So what determines the color? Well, it can be, let's say a green huge bar can be 90% longs and 10% short, right? And let's play here with colors now and play a little bit, and let's try to make that red. So you've got 19% green and 10% of short. It will print you a green bar. The same thing happens if that was, let's say, 49%. Yeah, 49%, and that was 51% let's make that green. That will give you exactly the same color bar. So you know what? They're both green. 19 against 10 or 51 against 49. It will give you the same color. Now, the size of the bar, how big the bar is, it's a combination of long orders and short orders at the same time. That's why it's called volume. It combines the short and the long orders all together as size. So the size of the bar is the size of the orders in combination. It doesn't tell you that all of these size was green. No. The percentage inside of that bar is determining the color. So I said to myself, okay, how that is good enough to me? How do I know how strong is the long positions, the long orders or the short orders? It happens that applies the same on the other way around with the red. Yeah, you're gonna have 90 red, 10 green, and then that will give you a red candle. You get the idea. So I say, okay, I need, let's say, a little bit more of intelligence. Yeah, you need a little bit James Bond going on here. You need a little more spy information. I said, okay, listen, I see volume, I see it, I respect it, yeah, no problem, but I need more information about that. That is not enough for me. Yeah, so I close volume and I bring up DMI. DMI, you can find it. You can type DMI, or you can, if you type DMI, it will give you that one here, Directional Movement Index. That's what it is, Directional Movement Index. In short, DMI. Right. Once you enable that, you have the settings. Let's go out the settings. Now, DMI settings. The first one is ADX and DI, and I leave that as it is default 14. Yeah, I keep that here 14. Style is like ADX. I keep it as a neutral color, white. I explain to you why, in a while. You have the positive, which is basically the buy positions, the buy orders. So use any color that you have on your candlesticks. I got blue for the up, and I got pink to the down. So positive, I got blue, and negative, which is the down move, the short move, the sellers are the pink. So positive buyers, negative sellers. Now ADX is neutral, and I put it white. You can put any color you like. Make the colors for you to match with your candlesticks, so you don't get confused. And that's it, basically. Now let me explain about what's going on now with the negatives and the positives, like the buyers and the sellers and the ADX. Now, blue is my buyers and red are my sellers. So when I have the buyers above the sellers, a crossing happening, I have a little cross here going. Yeah, I got a little cross there. I hope you can see it. Little cross there, right? And it's telling me that the buyers are outrunning, so to say, outrunning the sellers, and it's increasing. So that is a buy pressure. So the buyers are in control. Buyers are kicked into the market. And what do I get? I get all these blue candles. It's okay. The buyers are in control. Can you change the candlestick from green to blue? You can change to any color you like. Right click on the chart. You have settings at the bottom. And that is the general chart settings. And the very first one, which is the symbol, you have the body, the borders, the wicks, and you can change any color you like. You can customize it. And once you customize it, come to templates and say save as, give it a name, and that template is going to be good for you forever. This is how you can change the colors. How do we get the specific DMI from TradingView? It's the in-house DMI. It's just one DMI indicator that is in TradingView. Right? So this is how you change the body sticks. I can change the body to yellow. Ta-da! Yellow. That gave me anxiety. Let's go back to something cooler. Let's go back to blue. Cool. Yeah, but you can use any colors that make sense. The reason that I avoid green and red is for psychological reasons. No, I am not a psychopath or anything like that. But let me explain a little bit behind it. What's behind that? Well, if you see green, like as in traffic lights, you feel that it's good to go. And you say, yeah, it's green. It's clear. You get that automatically on your brain. It's telling you, yeah, green is good. Green to go. Yeah. And when you see red, you're panicking. You are on the brakes. You're stopping. You say, oh shit, it's not clear. It's red. And that's why all the traffic signs are red, because it's giving you a major warning. You do not ignore the red color. So the stop sign is red. Yeah. The no way in, yeah, it's red. It's a one-way straight. So if you go into one-way straight, you get this red circle with a white dash in it. So it's a red sign. And you have the traffic light, which is red, telling you you stop. It's not for you clear to go. So psychologically, when we see red, it's like the hot water is red. Why? Be careful. It's a warning. So when you see red, automatically you get, oh shit, it's red. It's not good to go. And then a lot of people are very afraid of the red candles and are very afraid of trying to use the short method, let's say the short orders, to go down, to short a trade. They're very afraid of it. And since they see a red candle on the chart, they're panicking, especially when you're entering. You know, I think you can relate that on the early days when you first start trading and you're trying to enter a trade. And since you see a red candle after you enter the trade, you're panicking, you're sweating. And you thought that you did the wrong decision. So I avoid green and red on my candlesticks. I use it as my trend lines. I use red and green, but it's like my trend lines. And I will give you an example straight away. I have a trend line. Yeah. I have a template which I created on my own, and I say this is my support trend line. Yeah, so it's nice green with that lettering support under it. Now, if I wanted to make it a resistance, I can make a resistance trend, and it's nice red with red letters. It says resistance. I use red and green, but not on my candlesticks. I use that, to make a difference on my chart. I don't have like monocolor chart. I have multicolor. So, pink is not the same with red. Yeah. So pink, you can use purple. You can use any color. You can use white. You can use any color that will not give you the scare, the fear. So use any color. So I use pink because I was born in 78, so it's like the disco lights, neo lights, yeah, the neo blue and the neo pink. So when I see these colors, I remind myself of the clubs. I used to do a lot of clubbing when I was younger. So yeah, this is like the club colors in the night, and my background is black because nightclub. Yeah, I keep the my good memories from the 90s and 2000s on my chart. Nice and happy moments. So use any colors that will not give you an anxiety attack. Yeah? Make the environment friendly to your eyes as well. I use dark colors because I spend a lot of time on the screen. I don't want bright colors on my eyes all the time. Dark colors. Now that is personal preference. You use whatever you like. You are, free to do your own art and make your own character. It's very nice for you to create your own character on the charts. You can do that. Yeah? Good stuff. Now, let's go back to DMI. DMI, I said, it's a in-house indicator. You can find it on TradingView. No problem. Nothing special about it. It's a splitting information from volume. It's splitting the buyers and the sellers. That's it. Now, blue, I'm a positive, I'm buyers in control. So in this period of time, let's mark it with horizontal lines. Vertical lines. Let's mark a vertical line there. Sorry, not that one. I'm using shortcuts here. No, that's not what I want. Come on, give me the lines that I want. Vertical line. Here it is. One vertical line there and another vertical line here. Right, good. So in this period, we have the buyers in control, right? The positive is above the red. And what do we have in the price action here? We have an uptrend. Yeah. So what happens when we move these vertical lines when the opposite happens? Let's say the red, the sellers are in control. So this period here, we have the sellers in control. The negative is above the positive. And what do you have? A downtrend. Right? Right. I think I made it clear. Now, what is going on with ADX, that white line, that big baby there? I'll give you the theoretical numbers. ADX, I'm talking about ADX now. Let's do the Picasso here. Mode is activated. Picasso mode is activated. Theoretically, guys, is from 0 to 100. That is the theoretical numbers that we have on the scale. You see that scale here on the right, on the ADX, is from 0 to 100. So, when ADX is between 0 and 20, is very, very slow. The market is very slow. Yeah, very slow. Dead slow. Boring. Nothing's going on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the price action. Let's bring price up. Here we are. So when ADX, let me bring a horizontal line this time and mark the 20 level. 20, no text, I don't need text, style, make it yellow so we can see it. A thick line, you all can see it, well, not that thick. I mean, it's calculating here. And coordinates 20, it's fine. So now this is my 20 line. So when ADX is below that 20 line, you can see that white line here is below that 20 level. What do we see? We see very small candles, no movement, dead slow, boring times. We're going nowhere. Yeah? This is why ADX is under the 20. Now, what happens when ADX is above 20 and is spiking up? Wow, look at these candles. So, anything above 25 ADX is momentum time. Anything below 20 is dead slow. 20 and 25 is like interesting, it's picking up. Anything above 25 is really, really strong, building up. Another example here, let me give you another example here. ADX above the 20 level, buyers, we don't look the buyers on the scale, but we see that they're above the sellers. So we had a cross, buyers above the sellers, and ADX is rising. What do you get? Hello, good morning there. How are you? You're looking very bullish today. So ADX, when it's decreasing, the higher the scale on the scale, it is around 57. Okay, so from 25 to 50, very, very bullish. Right? Let's have another look. Look at that. We had a cross happening back here. We had a cross happening here. And since we got a crossing on the positives and negatives, ADX was a bit slow. So small candles up here. Nothing really major. But when ADX was picking up, momentum was coming in. Look at that. Look at these two huge waves. When ADX was picking up, huge candles were forming. And you're like, haha, we're going down, baby, big time. So this is how I read and this is how I use my DMI instead of the volume. Volume is good, but I need more information, inside information. As I said, you need all the GANs out there, all the tools. So I want intelligence. I want something more. I want to see the inside, right? So good stuff here. Now you get the idea. Now, why did I say theoretically 0 to 100? I'll explain to you why. I'll maximize DMI. And let me bring again the 3 levels. Let's do the 3 levels. 0. Let's make that coordinate 0. That's my 0. Let's make another one. And I'll make that 25. Yeah. And let's make another one and give that the maximum 100. So let's have a look. I'm on the daily, and I even go to the 4 hours. I get more information, more data. Let me see if I can. Can I disable the positives and negatives? Yeah, I can. Right. Now we're only looking at ADX. Right. Okay. Cool. This is a 0. Look at that. I mean, I'll try to minimize it. It never goes to 0. That's good. That means that the market is alive. 0 is like that slow. Yeah, goes nowhere. Anything above 25, which is the middle line, is like we have some movement. But if you go further back, never ever touch it. The 100. You see, it never reached that level up there. Never ever. So that's why I say theoretically. You saw the ASO. We'll go there, don't worry. We'll get there. Let's finish the DMI. So it never does. So okay, now I am Bitcoin. I'm on a 4 hour. Let's see where do we get the majority of the tops. So I'll bring down that 100 all the way down, and I want to see the majority, the average of the tops. Let's have a look. Are you happy with that? Do you want me to bring that a little bit further down and grab these tops? Yeah, I'm okay-ish. Yeah. So the average of the top DMI on Bitcoin is 43. So I can make that a round number 45. Yeah. So, sorry, double click that, 45. Right. Good. So when Bitcoin on the DMI is reaching 45, then is the moment for me to say, okay, you know what? It's picking up momentum from 25. It's reaching 45. It doesn't have, on average, it doesn't have a lot more to go. What do you see? Reversals. Right? Reversals. Sometimes you get peaks. So, when DMI is reaching 45, you do not close the long trade. But what you do, you are alert. It's okay. My eyes are on the chart because majority of the times it doesn't go much further above 45. So I update my stop losses and I'm watching to see how it's doing. Yeah, you don't exit because it reached 45. Now the high peaks, what the high peaks? High peaks we said was around 65-ish. Yeah, around 65-ish. You have some peaks there. Okay, good. So you know now, Bitcoin majority average it goes all the way up to 45, and also it can go all the way up to 65. So your range, your top range on the DMI is between 45 and 65. Good. Now we know this. Go back to the charts. What happened when it reached 65 on the chart? Let's have a look on the chart. Hello there. Bitcoin had a major run. That was December. It was pushing up, broke the 25, going up all the way to 65. And what happened? All this huge momentum was kicked in. Yeah? Let's make it bigger. So when it reached the top, the 65, that was the time that it's telling you, you know what? We're losing. Momentum is going down. Yeah, momentum is going down. And what do you see? Like a dead stop. The engines are stopping. We are not moving. And then for you to decide if it's about time for price action reversal, like are we going short now? You need to bring the positives and the negatives back for you to see what's going on. Yeah, let me clear the noise here. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I want to delete the noise here, like that, take that away. So, positive was above, price was, ADX was hitting the 65, which is the peak, yeah, and you see now a movement of the negatives trying to push up. So what is telling you? That short positions, traders are placing short orders and picking up, and it's not very steep, isn't it? It's getting there, crawling, but it's not very steep. It's like slowly. So they're trying to push the price down, and the buyers were losing steam, run out of money maybe. And then we had a small cross happening, so you had that a small dip here. So for a little while you had a bearish days, because this is 4 hours, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, so that is half a day. Half a day was like bearish. The bears were in control, the sellers were in control, pushing the price up, and you see, they're pushing the price up. The buyers were losing steam, and then all of a sudden the buyers said, no, it's not the time for us to go down, we found more money, we're going to bring money into the table. Boom. And you see that the positive is switching around, and then also ADX was switching around, was increasing again, and then you get these momentums. So this is your inside information of volume, and you need to do that analysis on each coin, because ADX and DMI are not always the same on all coins. We found that on the 4 hour DMI, ADX, so to say, ADX is only the white line, DMI is the whole thing. So let me clear that I don't have any markings, no markings, good. So you need to understand and you need to remember that, okay, Bitcoin average is 45, tops, peaks 65, so I know what to look at. Yeah, I hope that is that clear, guys? Show me on the chat. Did I give you an understanding how you work with the DMI? Only ADX will give you the momentum. It will not give you the direction. It will give you only the momentum, how big the candles are going to be. Yeah, the direction is about the positive and negative. If the positive is above, yes, you have an uptrend. When the negative is above, then you have a downtrend. So positive and negative is direction. ADX, the white one, is momentum, the pressure. So theoretically 0 to 100, but it doesn't happen that. Yeah, that's why it's theoretical, the 100. So anything above 25 is like steam on the engines, right? That's about it about that indicator. So this is your inside information about the volume, right? What are the tools? Fantastic information, great stuff. I like that you find some value into this. But see, guys, my streams are more focused for you to learn. Yes, it is recorded. It's going to be on YouTube, and let me grab all the YouTube links for you. My streams are focusing for you to learn, guys. Yes, I'll try to explain about strategies, or I'm going to explain to you about the tools, TA, how we do the TA, how we do the general approach, not for you to panicking. Now, this is a secret hidden playlist that is only available to you guys, the people that are here in school. If you go to my channel, you only see one video, but if you use that link, it will take you to the hidden playlist, which is all available down to Crypto School. Okay, Nate, I say you. I just explained about the DMI and the ADX. It's been recorded. It's going to be uploaded. You're going to see it. But if you go into the playlist, I have timestamps because my videos are very long. Like today, we're already in 2 hours mark. My videos are very long, so go to the timestamps and have a look. Have a look on the timestamps, and you're going to see all the areas I'm covering. Yes, and I do various things. We look at Bitcoin, we look on dominance, on Ethereum, we look at everything. So plenty of stuff out there. Now ASO, I'll explain about ASO just a little. I'm not going to go heavy on it, right? And ASO now, let me bring that ASO to the top and close the other indicators, minimize the noise here. You see, guys, I always focus to minimize my noise. Right, I'm on the daily, and let's talk about ASO. Right, indicators. ASO is average sentiment oscillator. Average sentiment oscillator is a full name, or in short, ASO. Right? Now, what that indicator is telling me, I mean, what is good at? Again, the colors, I keep all the colors unique on my chart. Yes, plot. The top plot is my, so to say, positive, my longs, my buyers, and my second plot, the bottom one, is my negative, the sellers. Right? That's it. Not a lot of options here, right? Not a lot of options. Period 10. I use it standard as it comes from TradingView. I don't play around with settings, inputs and numbers and stuff like that. Now, how do you use that? You can use that again on a heavy time frames. It's more accurate. Why is more accurate? Why indicators on larger time frames are more, let's say, accurate? Because they have less noise. Yeah, good. A big shout out to Michelle. I see you there. You've been here since I started. Big shout out, big hello. Right. Now, I use to monitor when a move is going to happen after the peaks. Yeah. And the same thing goes on the downside as well. So you can use, let's say, for instance, I can use when the blue is going to be, let's say, let me make it more clear. Let's use the blue after losing the peak, and let's use the red when it's moving away from the bottom, that bottom there, yeah, and that top there. So the blue when it's losing the top, the red when it's losing the bottom. This is what the areas that I'm looking at, right? So when I see red losing the bottom, so to say, it came down, touched the bottom, and then start moving to the up, that is an indication that we are at the bottom. I'll say that again. When you see the red, yeah, losing the bottom and moving away, that indicates the bottom of that period. And when you, let's say, see the blue one that is moving away from that top level, it's losing steam, and it indicates the top of that wave. Silence. Yeah, it's powerful, but I don't go crazy about it. It's there for me to see it, and I'll feel, like good about it. I said, listen, when I, especially on the daily, like a heavy time frame, when I see that the red is moving away from the bottom, most likely it's moving away from the bottom of that support trend line. And we're going to the up. And then obviously you're going to have the DMI, it's going to back you up as well. And also you're going to have the break of the trend line. Yeah? You've got the break of the trend line and it's going to go up. You combine everything. Real-time data and some indicators. I don't go crazy about the indicators, but I've got three. I got the ASO, I got the DMI, and my stochastic RSI. And that's it. I don't need anything more. And are not always visible. I close them down. Right? But it's good for you to give you a general approach and have a look here and say, okay, what is going on? What do I see? Right? And that's what it is. This is a daily. We spoke about the cross of the MAs that happened on the 3-day. We talk about the trend lines. AMA was backing up my trend line, right? I got the ASO. It's telling me that, when you have, that was the bottom, you see? That was the bottom. Red was moving away, so that was the bottom. And yet, you see, this is the blue and the red as well, a little bit afterwards. You are looking what's going on here. So, sort of, we are on the top of this range, right? You see that it's losing steam after that high peak. Let me put a vertical line for you to see what happened with the blue line. right? After that is losing that, that peak was losing, it's coming down. It's telling you that most likely we are on the top. And you can do that, in a 4 hour as well. I mean, go to the 4 hours, get more information, get a little bit more insights, right? So play around with it, have a look. Have a look. That was the last time here that we lost the bottom. Look at the look at the red line that is losing steam completely. The buyers, the sellers, so to say. The sellers are losing steam, and it goes all the way down. And the buyers are pushing to the price up. So that cross. You can focus on the cross as well. That cross, is giving you like a shift of the market or the price action. You get a shift, and when it's losing steam, most likely you're on the bottom. Now you're in the smaller time frame on the 4 hours, right? I don't go crazy about it. It's just an indication for me to say, oh, I see you as well. You're backing up the information. And when you see the blue losing steam, right, it's like most likely we are on the top. And you see that, since then, there's nothing, any major separations of these two lines. They're like very close to each other. It's like dead slow, boring stuff, like sideways. On this indicator, you need to see separation. Separation is a good indication. The same thing applies on the DMI. You want to see separation on the DMI. This is a DMI. Once you have a separation between the positive and the negative, you got like good, healthy movement. When they're very close to each other, it's like a bit boring. You have multiple crosses. Oh, cross the up, cross the down, cross the up, cross the down. It's like fighting each other, very close to each other, no separation. But when you get the separation, is then when ADX is, let's say, responsible for that separation. ADX was building up, and it was creating that separation, right? So that's it, basically. I mean, keep the indicators as simple as possible, and don't go crazy. It's just backing up your view. Trying to understand, each indicator, what is trying to tell you, and try to make it as simple as possible on your chart and keep it nice and clean. You have your trend lines, your super trend lines. Your trend line is accurate because it is backed up by your crossing MAs. Then you cross MA indicator. So my AMA is backing up my trend line. Remember, that are dynamic trend lines. They move and update automatically according to the price. So you don't need to panic. I say, okay, I see you. This is my trend line. If that price is going to come and react to this trend line and AMA, is it going to stay above the 50 MA? Remember, we saw the price action back in 2019. What happened when we had the cross? Bitcoin was going a little bit up and then it started to go down. Yes, even if you break, let's say, if you break that trend line and it goes all the way down to this trend line, let me close the noise here. You are still bullish, because if the price goes down to this trend line down here, it doesn't mean you are bearish. You don't change your thesis, and I'll explain to you why. Because price goes up, it will come down, correct itself, and then carry on. What is this? An ABC wave. A, B, C. So when you have a coin, any market that is doing this, what is it? It's an uptrend. It's a healthy uptrend. And then we can talk about the Fibonacci's as well. Bring the Fibonacci. The price came back to the golden zone and then shift up. So this is like still a bullish momentum, right? So that even Bitcoin comes down even to 2022, which is the second trend line. Remember, break of the first trend line, maybe it's going to head for the second trend line, and that will be the correction, the retracement of that wave, up wave, then come down, and then we'll carry on. And then now I'll use that. I use this opportunity. Let's close the noise here. Sorry, noise out. Okay, swing high, swing low. It's okay. I'll take that away. Numbers, you know the numbers. I got like 3 major trend lines. Take the noise out. And now let's talk about a little bit another major great tool which is not lagging. It is not lagging, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Fibonacci. So this is the very bottom, and this is the recent swing high. I have no other evidence or swing high. So if I pretend this is accurate as swing high, and if the price wants to come down, I expect the price to come down where? Into the golden zone. Oh, look what's here. Ta-da! My second trend line. So even if it breaks that trend line and it goes all the way down here to 20, it is not bearish. It's a correction. It's coming down to the golden zone. And it happens to have another support trend line there. And then you're going to question yourself, when and if. I use that term very often. When and if the token comes down here, any token, this is Bitcoin now, any token that comes down to this support trend line, and it is in the golden Fibonacci level, and then you say, okay, are you going to bounce? Or you're heading down for a crash? If you break that trend line, if you lose that 2022 area, if you lose that trend line, then maybe you're going to say, okay, maybe Bitcoin is changing direction and thesis, and maybe we're going for bearish. That is only after you break that trend line, not that trend line. That is still, you know, in the play of a healthy retracement and all the way to the up. It can happen. So when you see that, you know, Bitcoin breaks that trend line and goes down, now you know that you don't need to panic. It's okay, we're starting now the retracement phase. So that was an up wave, and if you're going to break that, maybe we're going to start the correction. We'll start the retracement wave, and it's going to come down. And that trend line, that support trend line, it happens to be within my golden zone. Look at that, golden zone. This is my top of the golden zone, 618, and this is the bottom one. And I have a middle one as well, which is a 70.5. That's it. I mean, now I can have these as my, let's say, future target. I'll put that as a target. Or, nicely, you can say, this is my buy zone. I use targets for profits. Buy zones is my entries. So this area here is my buy zone. You're going to add more, because you're going to expect if it's going to come into the golden zone, if you see that it's respecting the golden zone and move to the upside, especially on that support trend line, we are good. We're good. We're all going to be good. So now you see, after 2 hours that we spoke about this, I know I'm going very slow because I want everyone to understand this, right? Now we did the approach, the whole thing. We did the MAs, the 3-day MAs. We did the major support resistance lines that I have. We talk about the trend lines. We talk about the stochastic RSI, well, not the stochastic RSI, but we talk about the DMI ASO. We talk about the crossings. And we spoke a little bit about how price action reacted after that 3-day MA. What happened? What did it do? So now there is no room, the panic to be in your trading. So this is my today's target. I want to make sure that panic goes out of your life in trading. You don't need panic.
Yes.
Right?
And Dale, also, while you've got the fibs up,
yeah,
would you also want to just explain there that obviously we want to aim for the golden zone, but like you say, you've got the 50 in there, and anything above the 50 is the premium price zone versus the discount zone. That also might be a really simple concept to help people get into their head that they want to buy under that, and not be scared.
Yes, that's another thing to add. Very nice, Carl. Well done for that. The point that Carl is brought up is, let me clear the Fibonacci, and I'll bring my gang box, and this is my starting point, and this is my end point, right? And I'll bring the lines for you to see. Visibility, no, here it is. I bring the 0 and the 1, and I'll make it a little bit, well, I'll let them thick for you to see. I'll make it a little bit grey though. Here it is, grey. Cool. So you apply that the same way of we do with the Fibonacci, like above the high and at the bottom below the low, and you apply that, and this is the 50 area. You can do that on all waves. But what we say here is anything above the 50 on the uptrend, anything above 50, that level here, right? This level here, we call it premium, right? Why we call it premium? Because every time that you buy here and here, so to say, for you to target to the up, you are buying Bitcoin quite expensive. This and this price action is inside the discount area. So this area here is a discount. Let me make that circle here much better. So this is the discount area. So if you want to, let's say, buy any token at any chart, you will be more interested to buy at the discount areas. So when price is going to come down, anything below 50, it's a good area for you to buy, because you buy cheap and you want to go up again and trying to sell at the premium areas. And this is like traditional trading, like the wholesale and retail. Wholesale, they're trying to buy the product from the manufacturer as cheap as possible, and that has to do with the quantity. And then they're trying to sell the retail in a higher price, and this is how they make money. And this is the same concept here with trading. So the golden zone obviously is below the 0.5 within the discount zone. That's why we target the golden zone. Why? Because we want to buy within the discount zone. Now the discount zone is between 0.5 and 0. It's like a huge range. Yeah, no, sorry, wrong tool. Here it is. This is the area. This is a discount area, right? It's too big, too huge. And now we're talking the golden zone, which is this level, right? And this is why golden zone is so important. Why we call it golden zone? Is it magic? No, it's a psychological area. Again, area. Yeah, don't go strict with levels. It's an area. That's why I have a box. That's why the OGs have a box on a buy zone, right? It's between the 618 and 789, right? make sure you understand this. The Fibonacci is not a magic tool, but it's building the mentality globally, all the traders, to wait the price to go to that golden zone and do not act until it's getting there. So once it's getting there on the golden zone, then when everyone is looking at Bitcoin, everyone at the same time will take some action. Either it's going to be, buying or shorting, whatever it is the golden zone. So once you're in the golden zone, it's me and you and the rest of the traders of the world that are going to watch that area, and they're going to make the same decision. So, orders, this huge order block here, why we call it order block? Because it's a block of huge orders, massive orders. That's what it is. What happened? They all decide to go in at the same time, on the same given time, in the same area. Why is that? Okay, let's have a look. Let's bring the Fibonacci level there. So that was the last move. That's the last wave, and that was the top of the wave. Let's mark this here: the bottom of the wave, the top of that wave, and then you got a retracement. Where did it trace to? Into the golden zone, right? Why? Because everyone since then that it lost and started doing a down movement, the big boys, and I like to think that you are the big boys as well. You're not the whale. I call myself a penguin. Yeah, I'm the penguin. I'm the little guy. But what I do, I'll wait for everyone to move at the same time. And where is that? Golden zone. Someone asked for Twitter. I have a Twitter. I'll give it to you, no problem. You're more than welcome to follow me, right? Make sure that you don't follow any fake ones. So I'll give you my ticker. I'll give you the direct link for you to go there. But I want to be clear with all of you that this is my Twitter, but I'm not very, very active on Twitter, and that is because I don't want to conflict with the school. We have a policy in the school that we don't do self-promotion, right? So you will not see me bringing you Twitter post or X post. Yeah, I'm not going to bring things from Twitter inside on Discord, and I'm not going to drive people away from Discord to Twitter. That is me breaking the rules of self-promotion. I don't do that, right? It's there. More than likely to be friends with me, no problem. But I'll try to stay with the rules. Yeah. So whatever I do it here. And the reason that I have YouTube, and you can understand that my YouTube, my playlist from Discord is locked because it's only available for people from Discord. And why is that? Because this is the only place that I can store my video. There's no way I can place my video on Discord. Yeah, Discord it can hold videos. You can save videos on Discord, but this is not my Discord. Yeah, so I'm only a mentor here. So the only way I record these sessions, which only I do, and the reason why I do that because I want to give the chance for other students from other time zones that didn't have the chance to be on that session to go back and look at it. And for you guys that you want to go back and grab that information again, there's a place for you to go, and it's locked only for the people that have the link. So I'm trying to help the community here and not trying to promote myself, so to say, or help myself. I'm here to help you, so I make sure that I focus on you, and that's why I do these recordings for you, and I save them on YouTube for you, which is on unlisted playlists hidden just for you. Yeah, it's all about you guys. So this is what people, when the price is going up, they're waiting for these golden zone. You have some reaction on the 38, which OGs talk about it a lot. Yes, and why do they talk about this a lot? Because when there is a huge momentum going on, very often, and you're going to see that on the bull market, very often you see that the price would not have enough time to come all the way down to golden zone for a full retracement. 38 is not a full retracement. It is a retracement and a bounce. And after that, it came down to the golden zone. Right? And you can see again, respecting the 50. Right? All these Fibonacci levels are, very strong, powerful levels. But what's behind the golden zone is the majority of the traders are looking for that level. And that's why you have huge momentums on the golden zone. Look at that. 33% to the up move. How much was from the 38? 18. So it just a 38, pushed up by 18%. And then retrace, came back to golden zone and pushed to the up. And I'm not taking the full wave. I'm just taking the next wave when we got another retracement. And let me maximize it a little bit for you to see it. Yeah, it came to the 38, pushed to the up, 18%. It came down, golden zone, pushed to that level, and I'm calculating this level only. And that is 33, 34, 35%. That's it. I mean, let me bring that level more accurately to that level there. That wick, 34.5. That's it. I mean, I'm sure it's 35. Here it is. 35, almost 36. Right? So you can see that, golden zone will give you larger profits. So golden zone, like as a Fibonacci, is not a magic level, it's not a Fibonacci is going to move the price, but is creating that patience, building the patience between all the traders globally to wait to come to that golden zone and push to the up. Right? I mean, it's simple as that. Another wave. That wave, let's calculate this wave to this wave. Let's bring that and see how that goes. Right? Now, that level there, it went all the way up and then loses some steam. It had some bounce on 38, a little move up from 38 and then lose steam. It came to the 50, but we still haven't yet get the full retracement yet. The golden zone. Right? So maybe, it will come in the future. Maybe. That is not 100% that's going to happen. What about this level there? And let me bring that wave, last wave there. That last wave, this bottom, which is happening 16th of June, and it started to move to the upside. And that level yet hasn't come into the golden zone, not even into the 50 zone on that last wave. Right? So it's sitting on 38. So again, that wave hasn't retraced yet fully. So we may have another golden zone to these levels. Now what did I do? I gave you small targets, haven't I? So when and if Bitcoin's going to lose that trend line, you have one target there as the golden zone of this wave. So that's a golden zone. If it wants to go further down, that is the second golden zone from that wave. And then the big daddy, which is the buy zone, big time, yes, it's the golden zone from this wave, this complete wave here. This is a golden zone, and it happens to be supported by another support trend line. So this is my big daddy. So I hope so far that I gave you a little bit of panic-free how to see the charts, and we still haven't, we haven't looked outside of Bitcoin. This is just one solid chart. Bitcoin, it could be anything, could be Ethereum, could be Solana, could be IDA, could be DOT, could be Link, could be anything. Whatever you're looking at, use that approach. and you're going to be fine. Yeah, I mean, and always stick to what you learned from the school. Yes, you don't move away from the school material. You know, trend lines. You can draw another trend line there, and you get another triangle. Hold on, where's my tool? Where's my trend line? Thank you very much. And then you have another trend line there. Roughly. I'm doing roughly now. So you do by triangles. And then you say, okay, if you're going to respect that trend line, what do you expect? You expect a bounce and go. Nice, no problem. Right? If it's going to lose that triangle, which this is like a bullish flag, but what if the price decides to go under? It's going to be a bearish flag, right? And it's going to break it, it's going to come down. If it's going to come down, you've got multiple levels for you to sort it. I said, okay, I see you. There's a golden zone here, and this is the bottom of the wave. So I've got one level there, and I've got another level there. Are you going to get out? No, it's like small targets, and you're going to update your stop losses on the way down. And if it's going to break that golden zone, so okay, let's see what's going to react to this support level. Is it going to act as a support, or is it going to lose it? If it's going to lose it, then guess what? You're going to look to these levels, yeah, or to these levels, and that will be the golden zone and the major support trend line. And you can sort from here all the way down here. On every key level, you make sure you update your stop loss. You move the stop loss further down. And then when it comes to these levels, you're like, haha, I see you. Let's see, what are you going to do? Are you going to respect that? Are you going to bounce? Are you going to reverse? So I'm going to reverse. I was short from here to there, but this is a very bullish level, a very bullish momentum. You know that it's a golden zone plus a support line. And you get ready. I'm going to close that trade and reverse it. That's it. I'll try to make it as simple as possible, guys. Yeah, as simple as possible. Keep the rules. Keep your trading journal. Yeah. Use all the tools that you have. But the number one that you have, you need to fight with your emotions. You need to fight with you a little bit. And you cannot trade while you are fighting yourself. You have to make sure that fear is out, FOMO, and FUD is out. Fear of missing out, that you didn't catch the wave. So what? Find another trade. It's alright. Don't worry about it. And get all the uncertainty and disbelief and doubt and out of it. You need yourself to be a friend with you. He's your first number one trading buddy, is yourself. You need to make sure that you go along with it. You don't need to spend time and fight with yourself and have fear. If that happens, stop trading and stop taking trades, getting into trades and trying to sharpen up your skills and trying to understand the charts, and then trying to use indicators that will help you to calm you down and kick the anxiety out and kick the fear out. And once you are good with yourself and you are aligned and you're both looking both as yourself and you and yourself, yeah. When both of you are going on the same direction, you are aligned. I'm telling you, you're gonna have a good fun time on the charts. And that's the ultimate target. That's what you want. And you need to see a little bit outside of the picture. That's why we went to the daily and zoomed out and said, okay, I looked at the past, what happened and what you expect. Break of the first trend line, maybe it's going to head for the second trend line. Break of the first trend line, maybe it's going to head to the second trend line. Yeah, repeating, maybe it's going to repeat. Remember, Bitcoin is going in cycles, right? So, keep things, use things that will make sense and will help you out. Will not bring you more anxiety, to kill the anxiety out of it. That's what it is. Let me have a look on the chat. What are you guys talking about? I don't want to miss anything. How long will the recording take? Well, already right now we are 2.5 hours, almost getting close to 3 hours. I'm heading for the 3 hours, I believe. So I'm going to edit it and then I'm going to upload it. Once it's going to be uploaded, then if it's a 3-hour video, YouTube will take about 6 hours to 7 hours to review it. So even if I upload it, it's not going to be straight away available. YouTube has to review it. So we have to wait for YouTube to finish, right? And bottom line, by tomorrow, it's going to be up available on that playlist. So I'll give you the playlist link, which is always unique. I keep that playlist updated, but it's a unique link. So you always have the same link for you to see all the new videos, and I'm going to upload it there. Can you add me as a friend? Okay, that's between the emotes, that's fine, sure, no problem. Okay, you're talking about something now, blah blah blah. Okay, okay, good. Okay, Carl is going to the gym. Good stuff. Have a good day, bro. Do you worry about the logarithmic scale? Not really. No, why? Why should you worry about that? If you do logarithmic scale, do keep in mind that Fibonacci will shift automatically to logarithmic scales. Yeah. But nothing for you to worry about that. The logarithmic scale doesn't work very well with straight lines. Remember that, yeah? Because it's logarithmic, straight lines do not work. So your TA will be all messed up. So watch out for that. Right. Do you have group for trading? That's interesting. Guys, I'm referring to the new guys here. I know that you've seen videos about forming a trading group, yeah, with your buddies and people from your own region. Now, these videos that Sheldon recorded, it was back in the day when we first started the school, right? And we believe that having a group with other traders is going to help you progress and get better with charts. And why is that? Because you got more than 2 eyes looking on the same chart. Yes, and if you all finish the school on all the lessons, then you're all gonna apply the same thesis, methods, yeah, same strategy, Sheldon strategy, and by doing that, you're gonna save each other's back. When someone's not seen clearly, somebody else will. And that was our idea. And seriously, at the very beginning of this course, like cohort 1 and 2 and 3, we're really excited to promote that. And what we found out is a lot of people started creating these groups. We promoted and encouraged to do that, and then we see people moving away from school just before finishing the school course, right? So we had back then a dropout increasing in numbers, and that got us a little bit worried and said, okay, where did all these people go? And then guess what? They went to these trading groups. Now, not all the people here are very new to trading. Some other people that are here that have intermediate knowledge of trading, and some other people may have advanced level of trading, right? And what happened to these groups? The intermediate and advanced guys went in there and they're trying to talk, their own way of trading. And guess what happened? A lot of people not only were dropping from school, a lot of people were losing. Why? Because they did not apply our rules and they didn't finish the school to get the whole picture. And while you're building groups and you are unattended, so to say, from us, from the mentors and the mods, right? We've got plenty of mods here and plenty of mentors here. Why is that? To take care of you. So when you are forming groups outside from school, you are unattended, and a lot of people got scammed as well. And there was no one from us there to help you out. And that was a bagger for us. I'm like, oh no, people are getting scammed, people are dropping out, people that don't learn, they're losing faith, and then they have different beliefs. They believe that, oh, you know what, Bitcoin is a scam, or the school is a scam, or whatever. So that's not the case. So we stopped promoting creating these groups, especially while the cohort is running. After that, you're alumni, you graduated, you're free to do whatever you like. There's no one here to stop you, yeah? You're free to do whatever you like. But at least you have the knowledge. You finish the school and you have the knowledge. And while you're here with our community, we hold 23,000 people right now. So while you're here with this community, with all these mods that we have, yeah, and the mentors, we can try to protect you as much as possible as long as you are sticking around. So be careful about the training groups. You can do that, free to do that, no problem, but be careful not to get scammed and be careful not to sidetrack. That's all I ask. If you've got any questions, if you've got anything, we're here for you. Right. Guys, do we have any other questions? Any help that you need with, I don't know, tools, methodology, bring it up. Bring your questions and try to help you out. Right? Do you know how to do the trend lines, the Fibonacci's, stochastic RSI? What would you like to talk about? Where do you have a weakness? Let me know. Yeah, Banter family is number one. I'm telling you, stick around here. You've got plenty of mods, you've got plenty of mentors. They're gonna help you out. Yeah. The longer you stay around, the more you're gonna learn. I promise you, more courses are gonna come into the school. It's not only the sniper school. Yeah, the sniper, well, it's a sniper course. So you're gonna have more things learning in the future. Don't go away. Yeah. Anything. Do you have anything that you need to touch? Would you like to talk about anything? Scalping strategy on 1 minute. Well, you apply the same theory. You do the trend lines, you do the support and resistance, and you always make sure that you are entering long and short based on your support trend line or resistance, whatever it is. If you're doing short, you're going to hit that resistance. Make sure that you are entering and exiting on the key levels. That's the magic. Trying to get into the key levels, right? Not go in the middle of nowhere. Don't try to get into the middle. Let's say this is a 1 minute chart. Don't try to get in here and here and here because you don't know where it's going to extend or you don't know where it's going to finish. So try to enter as low as possible, yeah, on the support or on the other way. I mean, if it's a downtrend, yeah, trying to hit on the resistance. Wait for the price to come to that level, see that it's going to respect it, and if it goes down, enter for short. It's the same theory. Doesn't matter the time frame. The only thing for you to remember on the smaller time frames that you are targeting on the right kind of orders. So if, let's say for instance, on the 1 minute chart that you're looking at, yes. So if they, let's say the 5 minute or the 15 minute a chart is an uptrend, right? And you're trying to go in 1 minute, make sure that if your 15-minute chart is uptrend, make sure that you go long, right? Target for long positions. So then draw your support trend lines, and you make sure that every time you're entering on that support trend line, right? And because you're scalping, you don't know when it's time for you to exit. Let's pretend this is a 1 minute chart, right? And you know that you entered at the bottom of the support, so it's an uptrend. It's okay. How do I know when to exit? Especially in scalping, what you do, you pull a new trend line, that we call it an emergency trend line. You heard about that from Sheldon, emergency trend line. I have this emergency trend line, yeah? That's it. Let me make it a bit thicker for you so you can see it. I have an emergency trend line, and I'm scalping, and it's going up and up. Since it's going to break that trend line, right? Since it's going to break that trend line, come down, come up, retest it, and it's pushing away around that level, to be honest, around this level. When you break that low, it's time for you to say bye-bye, exit. My scalping, my long scalping position is done, it's finished, I'm out of it. Right? So this is, let's say your entry on the scalp or the major support trend line, it goes up, goes very well. You pull that emergency trend line and you say, I'm going to exit that trade when and if it's going to break that trend line, retest it and get out. And don't believe anyone's that is saying, oh, you're going to get out of the top. You don't know where the top is. So you pull that trend line and you make sure that you get a confirmation and the break of that low. And when it's pulling away, that will be the right time for you to exit. Right? I'm trying to be, truly to you. I'm not going to give you any BS. There's no way for you to know where the top is. Break of that trend line, retest it, come down, reject it, retest it, the trend line, breaks that level there. You can see that it's level, it's like engulfing candles there going on. You do know that it's a level there, breaks that level, and you're going down, and that's it. You exit. Simple as that. And this is your scalping, but you keep the same method, right? But look on the 15 minutes, make sure to understand where you are. Where are you? Are you down here? Or you're up there? Are you on a retracement or are you on the way up? If the 15 minute is bullish, look for long orders. If the 15 minute is like downtrend, look for short positions. Why? I'll tell you why. This is uptrend, bullish, right? Right. Okay. We all know this. Alice, we're not stupid. We know what is this. Okay, good. Right, and this is a bearish. Yeah, Alice, it's bearish. It's down. It's a downtrend. Okay, I see. Right. On the way up, where is the largest legs? That one is a large leg. That's a large leg. On the way up, uptrend, long positions, big legs. Downtrend, short positions, big legs. Right? Don't get caught on the retracements. So on the way up, don't try to short. Short legs, and you don't know where they're finishing. On the downtrend, don't go for long. Short trades. Yeah, short legs, short trades, and you don't know where it's going to finish, and your percentage is going to be minimal. So no fun there. So make sure that you are on the same you ride the wave or the same way, on the same direction. Make sure that you don't get caught. That's the advice I can give you. Yeah, if you want to do scalping, no problem. Keep in mind that when you're doing scalping, you do understand that you're looking for small percentages, like 1%, 2%. Yeah, you don't look like 50% move because you're scalping. You're a very small time frame. Another advice I can give you is don't go crazy with leverage, even in scalping. Yes? Be careful. Be precise and be, consistent with your trading style. Doesn't matter if it's just a small time frame or a large time frame. Don't overdo it with leverage. Yes, leverage will kill you. High leverage will kill you. I'll repeat that. High leverage will blow your account easily. Yeah. How valid is the indicator confluences? Well, depends what indicator you're using. You like the DMI? Fine. Well, emergence and trend lines. Yes, emergence and trend lines are very good with scalping. How do you pick which crypto trade? I mean, if there are a day trader, how do you pick which crypto? Okay, I see what you're talking about. I have a scanner. I gave you, the new guys maybe don't know the scanners. Okay, on TradingView, you have a tool. It's called Screener. Ta-da! Yep. And I go to crypto pairs. Right. And this is my crypto pairs. Right. What is this? Well, this tool is giving you statistics, numbers about all the coins around the market. And TradingView is the #1 platform that holds all the maps for all the tokens. No matter what market it is, if it's a stocks, if it's a commodity, if it's a crypto, everything is here. All the platforms borrow TradingView maps, charts, so to say. Yeah, all the data, all the charts comes from TradingView. Right, that's one thing. Okay, how can you use that as a day trader? Right, day trader is going to use the daily or the 4 hour. You can use a daily, no problem. I use a 4 hour, to be honest, to get a little bit ahead of the day trader. So I change my time frame up here to 4 hours. Right, I make sure that it's on the 4 hours. Right, okay, good. Right, what do I need to do next? I need to use my filters. So let's say that I want to use the stochastic RSI. Hold on a minute, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Right. Okay, so we use, let's say, the stochastic RSI strategy from the school, right? So let's have a look what kind of filters are enabled. So once you open the filters, the first one that you type is simple type, and you get that one. Yeah, simple type. Futures and perpetual. Right, that's the first thing. Okay, the second thing is stochastic RSI. So if I type stock, I get only the fields concerning about stochastic. I want the stochastic RSI, the fast one. Okay, what do you want? I want the stochastic RSI fast to cross down on what it will give you a value at the beginning. Yes. What of stochastic RSI? So, technically, what are you telling to the screen? Are you telling that please go and find on all the tokens all over the place what stochastic RSI is crossing down the stochastic RSI is low, right? And in which levels? The second stochastic RSI that I'm looking at is stochastic RSI, the slow this time, to be above or equal 90. Right? So 2 conditions. When the slow stochastic RSI is above or equal 90, and when a cross happening above these levels. That's why I got these 2 conditions. Anything above 90, a cross that is happening in these levels. Right? 2 conditions. Delete the filter. And the other one that I use is the exchange. Please show me coins on the exchange that I'm using. And me, as Salis, I personally have 3 exchanges, which is Binance, BitGet, and Gate. You can choose the exchange that you're using. Otherwise, you're going to have multiple entries for the same tokens but different exchanges. So try to use these 4 filters, right, on the 4 hour. And what did I get? I get Key, USDT, Algo, AMB, and KN. That's it. The major one is Algo. So right click on Algo and say, please open up the chart for Algo. Let's have a look. All right. This is Algo. Let me clear all this noise here. No problem. I'll leave that here. I'll leave this here. Right. Okay. And let me see my stochastic RSI. So let me minimize a little bit that noise there. And DMIs. We'll come back to these. No worries. So I'll put them down. And I'll bring up my stochastic RSI. So on the 4 hour, let's go to the 4 hours and make sure that my stochastic RSI is on the 4 hour. Now, that screener told me that the stochastic RSI, the slow one, is above 90 or equal 90, right? It's 91. And a cross happened. Now the first one is going down. So remember, from school, when you get the 4 hour stochastic RSI on the top and it's crossing to the down, most likely you get an indication that the coin wants to go down. Okay, what do I see? What do I see now on the chart? Let's have a little talk on the chart. I see double top. Come on, give me the tool. Here we are. So I see double top, right? It's telling me that it has no steam to go all the way up. Okay, double top. What I see a break of the trend line. All right, break of the trend line, came down, sort of retested, but maybe because he's losing steam, maybe he wants to come down again. So you look at all these possibilities, right? What you can do, what else you can do for you to make sure that you are confirming this? You can do the emergency trend line. Bring the emergency trend line here. I said, okay, I see you. This is my emergency trend line here. Roughly, remember, it's an area, not a pitch perfect, line. It's an area. So, I mean, I can even do a channel here if you wish. So here's the bottom, and this is the top of the resistance. Here it is. So this is my channel. Here it is. So stochastic RSI indicators mean that maybe we have an indication that maybe it wants to go down, and I got a double top, which is another indication that is losing steam. Okay, let's have a look now on my DMI. Let's have a look on the DMI. Let's bring DMI on the top here. Okay, DMI is telling me, you know what? I see that you saw the stochastic RSI, but let me tell you that the buyers are in control. I'm like, oh, hello? What? The buyers in control? Yep, the buyers are in control. And I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe it is not ready to go down yet. even that I got the trigger from the stochastic RSI, which is good, it's brilliant. We love stochastic RSI. But DMI is telling me, you know what? The buyers are still in control. You see a small increase of selling pressure, and that is because you see the negative start pointing to the up, and also you see the buyers are doing like this, heading to the down. But there's a lot of separation between them on the DMI, yeah? So separation on the DMI. And ADX is what? 26, yeah? The number that is getting interesting, anything above 2025, remember, is getting interesting. So, what do you do now? Well, if it wants to go down, you get a confirmation after the break of the trend line. Remember, stochastic RSI and break of the trend line. So far, it hasn't broke that trend line yet. Right? I got a trigger, well, not a trigger, indication from the stochastic RSI, but also DMI is telling me, yeah, you know what, the buyers are still in control. So I do not rush to go short from here. I don't. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's going to go down. And they're going to put a stop loss there. And they've got to target these levels here. Right? This is what a lot of people will do. They'll see the stochastic RSI crossing on the 4 hour. The DMI always follows the chart. Yeah, I'll show you to this. DMI follows the chart. Input, sorry, here it is. Time frame chart. So whatever time frame I'm using, the DMI will follow. However, the stochastic RSI, I always like to keep it on 4 hours. No matter what time frame I'm looking at, I'm looking on the heavy 4-hour stochastic RSI, because remember, the higher the time frame you're using on the stochastic RSI, less noise it has. It will not give you so many false indications, right? So maybe this is the beginning of a short, because I got the double top. Yes, it's a good indication. I got the double top on the stochastic RSI. Maybe it wants to go down. I see that the buyers are in control, right? The buyers are in control, and they're trying to, the sellers are trying to push up the position, the presence. They want to push up and say, hey, we're here as well. What can you do? You move to another time frame, let's say to 15 minutes, and have a little bit closer look. So, okay, let's have a little closer look. It's like you're a doctor now, and you're examining the patient, and you just put the magnifying glasses and that huge giant light above you. Stochastic RSI still on a 4 hour, I like, and I got the DMI that is conflicting, like too many closes, the DMI is very close to each other, not really separation. And have a look. Have a zoomed in on the DMI. Have a look at that. Right? You had the buyers in control. Here it is, pushing to the up. Then you had a cross. The sellers trying to show off and say, "Hey, we're here," and this is the down move. But also, they're both looking to the down. So buyers are losing steam. Sellers are losing steam, ADX is losing steam, so most likely there's nowhere to go. It would not go somewhere tragic. So you don't panic. So you don't enter a short trade yet. Why? Because so far, Algo is on uptrend. Yeah? I cannot ignore that. Let's go back to the chart here. This is a 15-minute chart. It's been up since August the 6th. It's going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. You see? It's an uptrend. Do I look for short positions yet? No. Long positions. And when will I enter long? When it's going to come down to this? Let me get rid of that tool. I will be interested for long positions when and if the price is going to come into my channel. So, Screener, thank you very much for the indication of the stochastic RSI. I see the double top there, yeah, okay. But you know what? You're still in an uptrend. You still haven't broken my emergency trend line. but DMI is telling me that the buyer is in control. I'll wait. Thank you very much. I am not panicking or not FOMOing. Do you see that? Do you see what you can do on your own? You don't need panic. You throw the panic out of your system. You don't need it. You can see here the channel. You see the noise in here? This is noise. You see? Support and resistance. That's the channel. Anything in that channel is like noise. You don't panic. You've got 3 levels to look at. It's an area. That area there, that middle area there, that middle area there. You've got like area. It's an area. It's not like a solid distance, you know. People go crazy about trend lines. You don't need to. Yeah? Relax. This is in the middle of nowhere right now. This is your high. Let's pretend this is your recent low. So you're in the middle. What do you want to trade now? No, you don't. Right? So keep things nice and simple. I will enter only for long positions, long opportunities I look for, only when it's going to touch that area. That's it. Until then, bye-bye algo. I'll see you in a couple days. Off you go. Yeah, I'll close that. And that's it. What about long, RSI long? What are the filters for the stochastic for the screener? Again, symbol type, the same thing, futures. Yeah. This time the stochastic RSI has to cross up the slow, right? We're looking for a long indication. That means when the stochastic RSI is going to be at the bottom, and you're looking for cross up this time. So the fast needs to cross up the slow when the slow RSI is going to be below or equal 10. What do you have for me on the 4 hour? LPT, Doge. Oh, Doge. Okay, let's have a look at Doge. Open chart, please. Come to Doge. Hello, Doge. This is the 4 hour. And right, it's very accurate. I mean, look at that. It's at the very bottom. Here it is, very bottom here on the 4 hour stochastic RSI. Okay, I see you. Here you are. Right. Okay, good. Right. Come on. I don't want to draw anymore. Right. The drawing tool is the only tool that stays more than once. Yeah. When you click it, it stays always until you decided to press escape to get out of your selection. Otherwise, you keep on drawing all over the place like me, like a Picasso, like a crazy Picasso. Yeah. Draw tool does that. Now press escape and it goes away. Right. Okay. And let's do a very quick trend lines. Okay. This is a 4 hour, so this is heavy. This is my trend line for the Doge. Okay. Cool. I'll see you there. Yeah. Don't go crazy. Area. And then you got another trend line there. Okay. I'll see you. Oh, right. I can do a sneaky entry, can't I? Because it's at the very bottom on the support trend line. Right, let's go down to 15 minutes. Here it is. You can do a small entry. You can take that and say, oh, you know what? The stochastic RSI is at the bottom on the 4 hour, right? DMI, that's low. DMI ADX is 15. Yeah, not interesting. Both, like a positive and negative, are that's low. They're looking to the down. So you can say, oh, you know what? I can do a long position. Even here, I'm very close to that support line. My recent low on the 15 minute is here for the stop loss. And your target, first target maybe that trend line. So that will give you, it will give you the almost 3-to-1. Is it? I mean, is it worth it? If I had a better entry, if I wait for another entry to come down, then my ratio will change, maybe. Right? So, you know, on the 15 minute that you are an uptrend. Yeah, Doge is on an uptrend. Look, it's been uptrend for a very long time on the 15 minute chart. So, okay, so I'm always looking for long opportunities. Great stuff. Now, what do you wait? It's losing, you know that it has no steam because DMI is you know, ADX is 15. So you will not see any big candles. So what I'll do, I'll say, okay, you know what? I will wait until you come down here. So come back down here if you wish, and then enter, and try to minimize your stop loss. That will be your entry, and that will be your stop loss. So if you do that, automatically you increase your ratio. Let's say average entry here, and let's say my stop loss is down here, 0.3%, and your target, that trend line up there. I do not expect anything major, because I got evidence that every time it comes to that trend line is rejecting. So I'll expect rejection. So this is my target ratio, 5:1. It's way above 3:1. It's it's worth it for you to take it. Stochastic RSI is there. The MI is telling you currently is not right, really crazy going about it. That was a liquidity grab, went down, stop loss hunting, reclaim the level. So that is an indication for you to say, okay, it doesn't want to go down. They grabbed the money that they wanted, and now it's reclaimed that support line. It came back. So as close to the support line, trying to enter, trying to maximize your profit, trying to make sure that your entry is as close as possible to the support line, and trying to keep your stop loss as minimum 0.3%. You can do a little bit of risk management. You may say, I don't want to risk more than 2% of my capital. Right now my stop loss is sitting at 0.3. If I divided the 2% divided by 3, that will give me a nice safe 6x, right? And now that screener probably gave you a good trade. The previous one, Algo, it wasn't a good one, but Doge maybe is looking promising, but I would like to wait to come down as closer to my support. But it's not bad, it's there. You can do a little bit scalping from here to there, but make sure that your stop loss is like tight. And 0.3, it is tight. It's not bad. That will give you a 6x trade. And if you do this risk management, like I don't want to risk more than 2%, you can go full wallet. You go in with all your money in here with 6x, and you're only going to lose, and if the price goes down, you're only going to lose 2%, which is not a big deal. So if you have $1,000, right, full wallet, and your stop loss is 2%, that means you're going to lose $20. That's it. If it goes against you, you're going to lose $20. If it goes well, you get 1.7 times 6, that is 10%. So either you're going to lose $20 or you can gain $100 in Doge from here to there. And that's it. No panicking, no FOMO, no fear, no nothing, no FUD, nah, simple TA. Nice and clean TA with some risk management. Do I make sense, guys? Can you buy me a coffee? Yeah, next time you come close to my regions, if you come to Cyprus or to Greece, give me a call. I had another team member, Sambuka, that because he's a pilot, he flew in Cyprus. He gave me a call in the morning, and he goes to me, you know what? I'm in Paphos, which is like 200 kilometers away from my area. I said, are you now in Cyprus? He goes to me, yeah, okay, cool. I jump on my car, drive 2 hours down the road, and we had a nice coffee, lunch, brunch. We had everything. No. You're more than welcome, guys. Yeah, and my focus here is to make things easier for you. And in the future, I'm gonna do like a session, like live trading, how I trade. And instead of me talking on TradingView, well, I'm using TradingView mostly. 90% is, well, not even 90%, is 99% I'm using TradingView, and then I go to my exchange, and then I do live trades. We did once with Bruce. with another mentor, and we did scalping, and it was like fun. We had some time, good time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, my concern is about you learning the strategy and the approach and the TA as much as possible for you to become, like, you know, more profitable. And you don't need to have the mentality, oh, I need to make $1 million today. That is not going to happen, my friend. Right? Yes, of course I'm going to help you. Of course I'm going to do that. But because I was been away for a very long time, I didn't spend a lot of time with cohort 7, and I feel bad about it. But I have some family issues that I have to take care of. So I apologize for that. But I don't forget the community. I don't forget the family. So we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna help you out. My focus is to make sure that the more you practice Sheldon strategy and school strategies, the more better you get. And if you have me, I'm not going to hold your hand, but if I show you how I do it, then you get more confident how you're going to do it, and you're going to be better. No, it's all right. I mean, I apologize for my absence. Yeah, I know that I didn't do anything wrong. Family comes first. But a lot of people were asking, you know, where's Thales, and especially the guys, the alumni guys, they know me very well. You know, I do these very frequently. I used to do that daily, guys. Monday to Friday, I used to do that. And then I realized that all these people, I had like 200 people on the sessions, and all these people did not have time to trade because they were looking at my streams. I said, okay, I have to back off a little bit because I need people to enter trades. So I did like every second day. I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll give you the opportunity to do trades. And now I'm going to shift it a little bit, and I'm going to do trades with you. So I'm going to be on the trade. You're going to see me, follow me, and stuff like that. And, you know, we're going to have some good fun. That's it. Ephesus. Okay, good. No worries, guys. My pleasure. I'll be honored to meet any of you. You're more than welcome. I'm gonna have as well some, let's say, public videos. Like a market update. I did one market update about the cross that it did happen, the 3-day MA cross. You can see it on the channel, and that will be public. This is my general approach to everyone, not only for the school. So, you know, I'll do some public, I will do some hidden for the school, only for the school, dedicated to you guys. And then we're going to do some live trading. I'll find something to do for you guys. No worries. Great stuff. Okay, go for it. Best indicator for entry exit, or is more about confidence? It's more about confidence. Stochastic RSI may give you the indication for you to go long or short, but if you do the TA and use other indicators, that is not the case. So I use a DMI to save me, to minimize my trades to be stopped out. So if I go blindly, let's say with stochastic RSI on algo, and DMI will tell me, you know what, yeah, I know stochastic RSI saw you that shorts is about a good time for you to short, but you know what, the buyers are in control. So that will save me for entering a trade and getting stepped out. So I have the DMI as my saver. Yeah, I need the DMI to give me the insight of what's going on with the market. You can't see the videos, really? Let me give you the direct link. Here's my direct link on that playlist. It's like 10 videos, I think more. I haven't counted them. Okay, it's good. I mean, the more you see, the more it makes sense. That is so true. Sometimes when we talk about indicators, people don't understand what's going on and see, okay, what is happening. But remember, the general idea is when you have multiple indicators, you need to make sure that you understand them, but don't go blind on a single indicator. Don't go crazy about it. Right? 3-day AMA cross indicator. It hasn't given me yet. Yes, it hasn't given me yet the golden cross yet. We had that golden cross happening on Bitcoin, but not on Doge. Yeah. So good days for Doge will even more come later. For the time being, you can see that. Remember, the AMAs are your dynamic trend lines, so to say. Yeah, they're updating all the time. Now I can see that I am sitting on the top of that AMA. Yeah, right. Doge bounce off here on the AMA. Here on the AMA, it did a little bit of liquidity grab. Why was that? Let me give you a small explanation. Why did this happen? Because a lot of people entered here, long positions, and the stop losses is sitting here. And that was a stop loss hunting. That's what it is. Trading journal, yeah, my version is 2.2 yet. Still haven't updated yet. I want to do a nice little feature on that Excel. I'll give it to you. Basically, I need to make it from the beginning on spreadsheets, on a Google spreadsheet for everyone to be more easy for you to share and take it. So yeah, that was liquidity grab or stop loss hunting. Yeah, that was all the stop losses, and that went to trigger all the stop losses and get the people out of the market. But anyway, that AMA is acting as a support right now. So you're always looking. And because you do know that, Doge is like an uptrend, not very big, like huge uptrend, but it's there. I mean, look at that. It's an uptrend. Yeah. This is the average. You got a little fake out. That's alright. Part of the game. This is your trend line. Treat it as an area, not a strict level. And you got support, and you got the MA. So that is a good time for you to go long with Doge, and you keep your stop loss under that MA. That's it. If it wants to go up, on the other side, you can do another trend line there up there. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can do that about that. Roughly, yeah, average. Remember, we're talking about average levels. Here it is. So when and if Doge will break this triangle, go up, that 200 will carry on coming down, because remember, it's very lagging, and the 50 will turn around and come up, and in the future will see the golden cross, which again is going to be very bullish for Doge. You see, no panic, no need to panic. And after that golden cross, it may come down for retracement. That's the low point. Let's pretend that let's treat that as the highest. For the time being, it is the highest. So where is going to be the golden zone? in these levels. So maybe in the future it's going to come like this, and then it's going to come down, and then you buy again, and you go, okay, let's go. Maybe, yeah, this is still bullish. If it goes up, comes down, goes down, goes up, this is a bullish momentum. It's like a bullish uptrend. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I wish that all the prices would go always up. They don't, right? They don't. Any expectations on BTC dominance? Okay, let's have a look. Dominance. You know, everybody knows about dominance. Why we look at the dominance? I suppose you probably. The alumni do know. Now, dominance now is telling you that if Bitcoin, it dominates the crypto space, right? So when it's like a cash flow, right? Right now it's on a range. It doesn't do much, but usually we have a table about Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin. You need to compare both of them. Where's that? What's that chart? That's a huge candle. What's that? Market cap dominance on the 50-minute. Oh, you're looking at the market cap. Okay. Go and have a look on the dominance. That's very interesting. That's a huge drop. Go and have a look on BTC Dome against the Tether. That's interesting. That's a nice, interesting spike. Let me have a look. Let me study that. BTC market cap. Okay. Shit. That is a large cash flow into the crypto space. Okay, that's one way to find that. That's one way to find that. Let's bring the website up here and let's have a look. Let's have a look what that could be possible. No, that's not convincing. That's not convincing. So, cash flow came in. Let's say on butter bubbles. No, this is for you to understand total market cap and stuff like that, T3, T1, and dominance is you need to understand where the cash flow is going. Yes. Let me bring Tether. What about Ethereum did not move. Bitcoin did not move. So someone brought money into the crypto space, but not on the majors. And I see T3 has a huge candle. Yeah, T3 is all the coins apart from Bitcoin and Ethereum. T1 is like everything. Total market, what we call it T1, is everything, all the crypto space. But T3 is only the alts, and I have a huge candle on the alts. So alts, one alt has a huge pump. That means cash flow pump. And H-bar, I love H-bar. I mean, I follow H-bar. I have here on my list under my sauna, and this is my H-bar. That's a huge. I mean, it is a pump, but it's not something. I mean, it is huge. I mean, look at that. I mean, the 1 second candle. Let's have a look on Tether. Let's have a look on Tether as in dominance of Tether. Right. USDT dominance. Okay, here it is. Right, okay, someone is moving away from stables. A large move. Someone is moving away from stables and they're going to the alts. Okay, where's the screener? I'll do refresh and I'll do reset of the filters. Overview, and let's talk about a change percentage. Let's go performance and let's have a look at change percentage on not on the 4 hour, but let's say the last 2 hours. Let's have a see who has. Let's use some filters. Symbol type spot, because I need to learn you. I need to teach you another trick as well. When you see these kind of candle moves, it is not from futures, it is from spot. No matter what you do in futures and perpetuals, you have no power of moving the price or the candles, right? This is even building up. I mean, this is continuation of building up. There's a lot of money put in, and it's not in Bitcoin, and it's not on. Oh, jeez. I mean, it's not GFAL. BNP is dropping. Yeah, Jackie will talk about that. Mask. It's not Mask. Most likely, it could be H-bar. Most likely, it's H-bar. And we go to the screen and see the screeners, and let's put some filters up on the hour and spot exchange. I don't really care really. Let's see all the after, and let's go centralized. Even DEX I don't mind. Let's go centralized. Let's see. I don't see anything. That is ridiculous chart. No, close out. Luna? Can't be. It's not even lit. There's no. Okay, there's no listing for that. No, said 0. Forget about Luna. Can't be. Money is cashing out. You're right. Okay, I've got more than 10 tabs open. It's alright. No worries. Okay. Now this is a good example for you to understand how dominance is working against Bitcoin. When Bitcoin is doing sideways, yeah, and dominance is going up, then you do understand that the alts will pump, right? So when Bitcoin dominance is going down and Bitcoin itself is sideways, altcoins go crazy. Yeah, that could be H-bar. That could be H-bar. I'm looking for which major, well, not major, but let's say, I love H-bar. This is a 4 hour. You can see that it's been moving up very, very badly. It's not Doge. We know that it's not Doge. It's not moving. Yeah, it's H-bar. So a lot of cash moved out from stables to go into H-bar. All right. So now you can understand the coloration of the chart. When Bitcoin is doing sideways and dominance is dropping, that means the alts are pumping. And if you bring, let's say, the Tether, which is the major stablecoin of the market that is dropping, you can understand that the cash flow, that people moving away from stables and they're going to altcoins. And this is when you pull T1 and T3, and you see that the T3 has a major candle than T1. T1, it has a candle, but it's not that big. T3 has a bigger candle, so you understand that it has to do with altcoins and not the majors. And then you bringing up the screener to see all the bubbles, as we did before. You come here to the bubbles and see what's going on. And H-bar is the one that gave the major run. Algo was there, H-bar is there, PLSX. Anyway, I mean, this is not even, nice. Yeah, I mean, Phantom Bubbles give other tokens as well. I'll double check with Crypto Bubbles. Alright, I'll check with them, and then I go. If you scroll down, you get this table, and then you can do the hour, and it will give you a more better view of what's going on. So let's switch to dollars, and let's have a look what's going on here on the last hour. For the day, it's H-bar for the day. Now H-bar, it belongs on the ISO 20022 and is a certification for the financial system. I'm going directly to the channel, but I don't seem to find the playlist. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, I am the owner of the channel, so I don't know how accurate it will be, but I'll try. So this is a YouTube, and this is the only video that you're going to see. This is a public video, right? But if you go to playlist, you may see the Crypto School playlist, right? Now, and you've got like plenty of them. How many of them? 12. Yeah. Now that playlist, let me show you the playlist. This is the playlist, and that link will direct to that playlist. So I'll give it to you one more time. So this is the playlist that hosts all the videos in here, right? And all these sessions that we do like today have been hosted here since the 12th of June, 12th of June, 13, 14, 15, 16. Remember I told you that I was doing daily. I was doing for many cohorts without recording it, but then I decided to record it, and then I was doing every 2 days. Right, and I have the cross compounding strategy explained here as well, right? And if you go inside of the video, let me pause that. If you come down here to the description, I have timestamps. So use the timestamps for you to see whereabouts you want to go, and that's it. Can you confirm everyone that can see the playlist? Stream paused. Oh, I see. So you don't see the screen, you see the application. Okay, let me switch that. Let me switch. Change windows. It's looking on. Okay, screen live. So now you see the screen. Now you can see the bubbles. You didn't see the bubbles before. I apologize for that. Can you see the bubbles now? I believe you can. All right. So that was the huge major H-bar bubble that I saw. Yeah. After that, we're talking about YouTube, and this is a YouTube. I said this is a video that you see, which is public. If you go to playlist, you have this playlist, which is again unlisted. It's hidden. You need to have the link, which I gave you the direct link. So you're going to see something like this. This is a playlist, a direct link to the playlist, and this is the order that I made with all the videos. And the last video is the cross compounding strategy the Sheldon was trying to explain the other day, and I gave you a heads up how important for you is to end a trade where you are on the key levels, right? Because since Sheldon made that video about compounding, everybody jumped right then to execute that strategy without understanding the key level that you need to be on a key level. You need to be on a major level for you to enter it, and that's it. Let me know if you can see the playlist, yeah, from the link. Right. Okay, guys. Right. Okay. So a big whale is putting money on H-bar, which is a good sign. Right. Don't change the pump now. Right. Don't change the pump about H-bar now. Wait for it to calm down a little bit. It needs to calm. Right. It needs to calm a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, and we need to calm things a little bit and see how that goes. How is the MA cross on that one, the 3-day MA cross? Let's have a look. Okay, we don't have a 3-day. Let's do the daily. Let's see if we can see a daily MA. Okay, it's only the 15. Okay, alright. It is what it is. You get what you get. We only get the 15, which is the small period out of the 200. It's a heavy period, so you don't see it. So yeah. So every time that it broke the previous highs, it will go down. Yes, came up, broke the previous highs, came down. Goes up, broke the previous highs, it will come down. Now it broke the previous highs. Maybe it wants to come down. Maybe, right? It's not a prediction. I just see previous highs, it does the previous highs, now maybe it wants to do a correction. Very bullish for H-bar. If you want to go long, what do you wait? Drum roll. You wait when it comes down to the support trend line. Right? Try to keep things, try to do your risk management and keep yourself out of risk. We do take risks, don't get me wrong, we do take risks, but for you to get into a risk, you need to understand what are you risking at, right? So you need to understand what are you risking. That's all. Yeah, you need to understand what are you risking. You need to know the danger, and then you apply. Alright guys, we are over 3 hours. My voice is getting cracked down. I'm losing my voice a little bit. That's not a problem. Thank you very much for the comments. I hope this session helped you, a lot of you. Right? Total DeFi. Okay, it could be one of the DeFis as well. But this is, for you to understand the cash flow. You use a Bitcoin, you see what it's doing, and then you go to the dominance, you see all these huge struggles. Okay, what's going on? Why dominance is dropping? It's telling you that some of the altcoins outruns Bitcoin. That's what it is. Yeah, it's telling you that the altcoins are kicking ass right now. Yeah, that's why Bitcoin dominance is dropping, because it's not dominant anymore. Yeah, it's dropping. So an altcoin is kicking ass. So total one is telling you, yeah, the total market cap goes up from 1.1 trillion. We went to 1.15. Yeah, so let's say 1.12. We went to 1.15. That's a lot of money. All right. So and we know that in the crypto space, in general, the market cap goes up, and then you go to total 3, which is only the money concerned about altcoins, and we moved from 337 billion to 357 billion. So you can understand that someone put, that's not right, is it? No, it is right. Someone put 20 billion into the alts, and you can see that Tether was dropped as well. So someone moved from Tether to altcoin by 20 billion, and that happens only in spot. Remember, yeah, only spot has the power to move the candles that we watch. Perpetual are copying the spot charts. Right, and no matter how big you go in futures, you do not affect the price at all whatsoever. Ethereum did nothing, Bitcoin did nothing. A small jump on GFAL, which is a good coin. BNP anyway, we gave a short position. Jackie gave that short trade, not we. Jackie did. Mask is doing nothing. Doge is doing nothing. H-bar is ripping. Is that one out or many? Well, now it's pointing out to H-bar because it gave like almost 20% to the up move. But it's a small market cap. Another interesting website that you can use is CoinGecko or market cap, and anything that you like. And what we can do by market cap and have a look on H-bar instead of me scrolling. Let's write down H-bar and let's have a look on the market cap. Can we have a market cap? Okay, this is the market cap of the past, let's say 24 hours. Yeah, it's not, I don't believe this is market cap. Let me minimize the window. Okay, so I minimize the data range that I'm looking at, and it was sitting at, okay, is that 1, 2, 3? So it was sitting at 1.8 billion. And it went all the way up to 2.2 billion. So you can understand that all that 20 billion is not only on H-bar, right? But H-bar, it got up by 2 billion in the last hour, about 4 hours. Since this, when was that? Since Sunday, Monday. This is Monday move. Yeah, H-bar got up by 2 billion. You go to CoinGecko or to any market cap website, and go to H bar that you're interested, and then use the market cap, not the price, the market cap, and then you can see how much money is on that token. Let me maximize it for you, and here it is. It was 1.8 billion, and it went all the way up. I tried to maximize that to go to the top. It's not that very top, but it's above 2.1 billion, right? So it's not all in 1 billion, but I'm saying that it's a lot of money. It went in. It's not only H bar. It's not only H bar. That's for sure. H bar is one of the outs that spiked up, right? By market cap, I cannot see the difference. Let's see by market cap. H bar is the one. FXS is the second one. Ape is another one. Mina is another one. If you put all these together, and maybe a DeFi, maybe another token that is not on the centralized exchanges, right? Yeah. So, yeah, good stuff. Someone is investing, right? Why? Maybe because they saw the golden cross on the 3-day, so they're feeling very, very bullish, right? So, yeah, 18 million to go to investigate to see where did they go, but yeah. So anyway, don't go crazy and see where exactly went, but you can understand that someone put 20 billion into the crypto space is no joke, right? Good. It could be BlackRock, yeah. They made the application with SEC. They want to go in ETFs and get some positions, but yeah, 20 billion is a huge number. It's not you and me. It's not all of us together. Yeah, it's like all of them. Right, guys. I'm gonna leave you here. We just again on the 4-hour mark. Thank you very much for being here. I'm glad that I hope that helped you, and I'm glad that I'm back and see you guys. We'll do another one on Wednesday. Let me check. Wednesday, yes, I can do one on Wednesday, roughly the same time. That will be around 9 to 10 my time. Maybe I'll do around 10 o'clock. I'll say 10 o'clock, which is UTC +3 my time zone. So London time, it will be around 8 o'clock, 8-ish and onwards, right? Please, if you have more questions, bring them on Wednesday, and I will be more than happy to help you out and try to explain and give you my insight on how I see things and help you out. Right? Good. Thank you very much. Again, I appreciate you. Much love out there. Be careful with the markets. Don't FOMO, don't FUD, don't fear. Do the TA and stick to it. Do your trend lines and trust your TA. Trust your TA. Do not listen to the noise. Yeah, don't listen to what I say. You already know that I don't do trade calls. Yeah, I don't call. Why? Because I don't want to give you noise. I come here to give you the tools, the methods, the strategy, anything that we learn from school for you to master. Trust your own TA. Listen, no one is the trick. Minimize the noise, right? You miss a show, no worries. It's going to be uploaded, no worries, right? You're teaching us to fish. Exactly. I'm teaching you how to do it. I'll open the door for you to walk in. Thank you very much. My purpose is here for you to teach you, right? This is the purpose. I'm here to help you out, because when I started, I had no one to teach me. Good. Take care, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. If you've got any more questions, bring them on Wednesday. Yeah, bring your notes and let's have some fun. Until then, take care of yourselves, be safe, help the rest of the community. We're a big family here. Yeah, help the rest of the community. If you have questions, tag everyone, tag mods, tag mentors, and we will try to respond. Until then, I'll see you later. Take care. Much love out there. And see you soon.